Yay!
Yes, well, we're starting right now.
Yay! Okay, I'm gonna host.
Yeah, do all of the
Are you
things.
live now? Yeah.
Should be.
Oh shit, I'm getting mentioned in everything.
Yeah, I got all the mentions happening now.
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm
hosting.
gonna give it a few seconds just to go, but I think we're live. So
Yep.
Welcome, Internet, to Rise of Tiamat number 10. 10 episodes, guys. This is gonna be a good one because we're 10
years
episodes.
old.
10 episodes in. That's 10 3-hour sessions with Celeste here.
Hello.
This makes it episode 36 of Roswin's appearance.
I'm so old.
Whoa.
Who's been Katie and Roswin, the only characters to come from the beginning.
You can't kill me.
I mean, I put a lot of investment in you at this point. I feel like it would be, you know, the dice fall where the dice fall, but we'll see what happens. So anyway, thank you guys, everybody who has showed up so far, and to new folks that are going to be joining. A couple of announcement-y things to throw out there right now. One, I'm still here in the old house, as you can see. The table's still here, but as you know, the table's not coming with me. I'm building a new table, which has been held up by some design discrepancies between me and myself, having issues with what I want. So we'll see. Most of the stuff is there, though, so lighting is all installed in the D&D room, so we're good in that respect. Closets are being worked on, and curio shelves and things, so lots of stuff to see in the future. So hopefully next time we play this game, I will absolutely be in the new house, and then maybe even next week, who knows.
I believe in you.
I believe in me too. Gotta believe in yourself. PSA. Second of all, I don't actually have it on this because I'm a bad person, so we're gonna fix that right now. That I am sponsored. The screen's gonna get wonky for a second, so just bear with me here. You're gonna just see some random cameras, but that's okay because we're gonna fix that right.
Are you just stealing it off of them?
I am absolutely just stealing it, and there we go. So we're sponsored by Initiative Coffee Company. And the only reason I wanted to bring it up so early on is they're doing a really cool thing that they're calling, if you go to their website, which I'll link it here, you can go to a section they call Help Action, where they are actually raising money with Holly Conrad, aka Strix, and Dice Camera Action. They made a special blend of coffee that all the proceeds go to help anxiety gaming. So that's really cool. You can get a sweet cup of coffee and then also help support anxiety gaming, and our coupon code still works on that. So if you want to get a little bit money off of that, you could do that as well. It's Strix's Snickety Snooks blend, which is I've had it. It's pretty good. It's a little lighter than Improved Initiative and has like a different. It's an Ethiopian, so it's a whole different style of coffee bean. This isn't a coffee stream, though. That comes at the 24-hour stream much later in the year.
When is that happening?
Whatever weekend tabletop day of Extra Life is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing one of those too. So.
What are you doing? Get out of here.
Yeah. I think November 7th.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I think it's November.
Just trying to go and steal my shtick, Celeste. I see how it is.
Sorry, no,
Mhm.
I don't know if it's actually the same thing. It's an Extra Life thing with the Wizards people emailed us, so that's that.
Fair. They usually, it depends. They sometimes do it. They used to do 48 hours straight, which was cool. I used to watch that and donate all the time. And then, I don't know, Tito started jumping on it, changed.
Oh.
Just saying, Bill's Land, he was great. Anyway, we're just talking about nonsense now. So let's talk about what happened last time, because it's been forever.
Yeah.
Who remembers what happened last time?
I watched the video.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm here.
Celeste, give us a recap.
Give us
girl.
a recap, please.
Okay. All right. So we started that last time. It was right after we had killed the giant ice dragon. We killed the ice dragon. Then we went into the dungeon, and then we came back out. Oh wait, did we come out of the No, never mind. We came out of the dungeon. It was great. Bone Carver was super dead, and Ralph was dead. And so at that point, first off, Katie wanted to go and get the body parts from the white dragon we had killed. So she went down with her druid magic and turned into a creature, and then got attacked by an orca, and that didn't work because Ted was really mean. And then while that was happening, Leo was flirting with the two tieflings, and McCath was super all about it, and they got to know each other a little bit better. Then everybody got back together, and we all learned what reincarnation, the worst spell ever, is. And Bone Carver and Ralph were brought back. Ralph is now Steven Universe, and Bone Carver is a male dwarf. And so the tribe was like, are we going to accept you? I don't know. And she's like, I don't know. I have a penis. And then they were all fine.
It was like that.
Yeah, it was like that. And then they were all fine, so we left. Oh,
Plenty
and we
of
told the
snow
crew.
to pee in for Bone
yeah,
Carver.
exactly.
Let
yeah,
her
we
name everywhere.
They gave her a makeover.
Yeah, she got a makeover, and it was fine. And I think it's fine. And we left with McCall. Oh, and then Gemini disappeared in a misty cloud of ice snowflakes and is like, I have to be one with the land. And we're like, oh, whoa. And so she was out. And then, so we all went back to the boat, and we told the people on the boat not to make fun of Steven Universe's voice, because it's terrible.
I don't even
but
know what his real name is anymore.
Yeah, Ralph, I think. But it was fine. And then, so we went back, and we were sailing, and then McCath was like, oh, drop me off in Luskin so I can go chill with my brothers or whatever at the Arcane Brotherhood. So we did. And I took her out on the town because she hasn't been out in 3 years. And we totally boned. And then it was a magical night. And then when I was walking back to the boat the next day, all of a sudden, a half dragon and a blue dragon and a bunch of cultists popped the hell out of nowhere. And they're like, you're dead. And I'm like, uh-oh. And then we started a fight on the boat, not on the boat, right in front of the boat. And Katie put up a firewall. Or Roswin put up a firewall to block them off, and then the blue dragon burrowed underground because apparently they can do that, whatever. And then it popped up, and we eventually killed it. Oh, and Odella gave Leo the sword because of the master sword, obviously, because of course Leo didn't bring his sword for booty time. And so I had the sword, and then we killed the blue dragon, and then there was this dramatic thing where Odella was like, oh no, the sword is evil. And Leo's like, what do you mean? It's just a sword. And then he was all pouty. But then they made up on the boat, and it was fine. And then we all got back to Waterdeep.
Right. Okay. That's a perfect recap. So, if you guys, where we're going to jump for those of you who are watching with us now, thank you, Uncle Ook, for the follow. I feel like I've seen you around before, so welcome back. If you are just joining us now, or just have heard Celeste's wondrous recap of what happened on Rise of Tiamat number 9, I will tell you that there are 2 other things you can watch to see some behind the scenes of what happened. Full explanations, in fact, but we're not going to go over that now. We're going to jump to where we are. So 7 days have passed. This is the dawning of the 7th day since the return to Waterdeep. The party did have a council meeting, I believe, in Waterdeep towards the very end. Pretty sure.
It was real quick.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't think we ended up doing the council meeting.
What's up?
Did we?
Or
Did we?
Dylan just caught me and was
No,
like,
we did because there was some information that we got, but it was like real quick.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm pretty. I didn't watch the last 20 minutes of the stream, and we shoved a lot of stuff into that last 20 minutes.
Like the whole hag scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and there was something like, oh, okay. I think you gave us the quick rundown. Like the Harpers are mad at us because of this, or the Downtime are mad at us because of that.
I will repaint that picture.
Okay.
Because through some narrative, actually, I'll get there. So what happened during these 7 days, on a kind of brief explanation, is a couple days in, Roswin left. Actually, that night, Roswin left. She told Odella she had to go deal with some things because her new girlfriend / god said, I have to go handle things, and she left. And Odella's like, what? And she's gone.
Wow.
So Roswin went on an adventure. Check out Princess of the Apocalypse number 20 to find out what exactly happened. So then, after that, she eventually worked her way back, Roswin, all the while Odella shopping and doing, Odella things. Networking, working for the Harpers. And
Don't worry,
whatnot.
guys. I shopped while you were gone.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh,
God.
good.
And then, let's see. About 2 to 3 days, so Roswin had left, and basically Leo was like, I gotta go find Roswin. I gotta go, but there's also a fire witch thing. I don't know. So Leo leaves and check out Princess of the Apocalypse number 21 live from Gen Con to see Leo's adventure. So it took Leo a while to get where he was going, and there was some back and forth with the Dancing Johns before they finally departed. And Leo, after a wondrous, and I can only imagine very unique and interesting night, you set out in the morning on your way back to Waterdeep. So we will join Leo as you are entering the city, entering Waterdeep on the back of Harley, your steed. So what's your first go?
Okay. So I think my first task would be, have I had any communication with the Belladonnas? I think I would have tried to send a message, but I don't have like message or sending or anything.
Yeah, did
Okay.
you tell me you were leaving?
Yes, I would
Okay.
have told you somebody needs me, and I'll be back in a week, and if I'm not, assume I'm dead.
I just kind of imagine that Odella woke up one day and she's like, I'm alone.
He slipped a note under the door. He's used to leaving, notes and slipping out in the morning. So he did that, and now he's coming back, and so I think he immediately is going to go back to the inn where the Belladonnas were to let them know that he's not dead.
Okay, so you make your way through Waterdeep and find your way towards the inn where you know the Belladonnas to be staying. So this takes you little to no time, and you make your way there. So you arrive.
What time of day is it?
We'll say by the time you get there, we'll call it like lunch-ish time.
Okay, so the city's still there. It's not burned down by dragons. Everything looks fine.
So far,
Great. I love it. Then I'm
as
gonna.
far as you can tell.
Great. Then I'm gonna, toss Harley's reins to the stable person.
Okay, and then there's a guy, and he just and you're just it's no big deal. It's Leo, right? And he's just like,
Hey man, great looking out! And I'm gonna run inside.
all right, you do. You run inside, and you know where they are upstairs, and that's where you go.
Great. I'm not dead!
You hear from downstairs.
We're still in Waterdeep, right?
Yes, yes.
Normal-
We'll
Are
say-
they still there?
He just
Yeah.
wandered into and was like, I'm not dead.
We'll say that you happen to be there for brevity's sake.
Okay.
Yeah, you hear coming up the stairs, probably bounding heavily with heavy footfalls of a child just coming home from
Yay!
you
I
hear
have so much to tell you guys.
I'm not dead, and you both immediately recognize the voice to be that of Leo.
I'll open up the door to the room and be like, where were you?
And I'm gonna fly over and tackle hug him.
He hugs you back and he's like, what? Well, I was taking care of a fire. Where were you? And gonna shake Roswin like, I was so worried about you.
She just like, oh, I met a werewolf and I made some moon fire and I just took care of business. And then I
That's funny.
transformed.
I met a fire witch. I wonder if they were related. How weird.
Oh,
Really weird.
you would also know, Leo, towards the very end, if you recall, there was alcohol involved. But if you recall, at the end of the
I did have a lot of Long Island iced teas.
Yeah.
I will say.
At the end of the Gen Con adventure, they told you, like, oh, that's weird. The other one was from that same group. And
Yes.
you were like, what other one? And you're like, oh, there was this, like, tiefling. She was, like, a turtle. And she helped me. And then you're like, shit! And that's where we ended the game.
Oh,
No,
yeah, that
got
group.
the Poontang. I watched that.
I don't remember. Oh, that happened too. Yeah.
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 I remember lots of sex happening.
Yes, there was
It
that.
was just the last 10 minutes. That's not a lot. Yeah, no, I was helping those strange adventurers, Lilith and Igni and the one Bucky plays.
Ozzy.
Ozzy.
The one Bucky plays.
How strange.
Yeah, that's so weird. It's almost like fate brought us to the same people out of convenience.
Strange indeed. Well, how have you been, Odella?
I've been fine. Just shopping, doing some things around here.
Sounds exciting.
Sounds like you guys had some adventures. Maybe next time you will take me along so I can help you.
I need help. I also killed another dragon. Yes.
What?
Yeah. A black
Wait, when? What?
Yeah.
You got to kill the dragon?
Well, I didn't kill it, but I helped a lot.
Where and what kind?
Black and young.
Leo gets a very pouty look on his face.
I
Did
also said-
Rosalind bring anything back with her from that fight?
No, she let them keep everything.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I did that. So that was cool. They were like, yeah, we'd like to get out of here and not fight the dragon. I was like, what do you mean not fight the dragon?
What do you mean not fight the dragon? That's
Right?
ridiculous.
How silly. So we killed it.
They were an interesting group, to say the least.
Mhm. Also, I am now, I have to let you guys know of my title. I don't really know what it means, but the priestess at the Temple of Selune said that I am now moon-bathed. So that's a thing. I mean, I don't want you guys to act weird around me now that I have this position of power, but
Does that mean that you're going to be waking up in the middle of the night, shaking me awake and running off more often, or?
first of all, I didn't shake you awake. You woke up.
Well, you were
What?
like making lots of noise.
Well, I had to hurry. But I was thinking, okay, guys, follow me on this. At the Primping Pie, we make these things that you put in the bath, and it makes the water like iridescent. And it could be called being moon-bathed.
We can charge more for that, sure.
Cool.
Well, I'll give anything a try at least once.
And then bath bombs were invented.
I'm sure.
Fizz up and
I'm
like-
sure somebody will pay for that service.
It takes all kinds. That's an excellent idea.
we should call the line lush.
I like it. I feel
Okay.
like your business sense is improving, Rosalind.
Yeah. It feels sexy. It feels like I would be confident, you know, like with that in
Yeah.
my life. Yeah.
Anyway, that's my idea.
Odella, not knowing much, but having seen that they both have interacted with this other, as they've described them, strange band of adventurers, you get the feeling that they must be really messed up because both of your party members came back and they're like leaps and bounds, like more business savvy. They're
Yeah.
like, everything's just so much better. And something must have happened.
Yeah, I don't know, but this other group must be quite formidable.
Mm.
I could have like slapped him like, that's not nice.
Yeah.
They were.
Anybody want a drink? What time is it?
Let's
Doesn't
say
matter. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Let's go.
Perfect. Let's get a drink. Oh, we're all back together. Belladonnas.
Woo, whiskey.
So I will say that we'll give you some exposition. Oh man, advantage to every player and the dungeon master.
Wow,
Oh, wait.
except for that last part.
Yeah, so that, again, the way advantage works is you can use it after you roll and choose to just take advantage and re-roll a die. And that will work in addition to luck, and luck, natural 1 re-rolls. You can go bananas, right? If people are going to be generous enough to donate to help you guys out, you should be able to use it how you see fit. So,
Thank you.
The same as like what was called the fate die before.
yeah, the fate dies have morphed into that, so that way it's not giving disadvantage, it's just advantage, but you can choose to be like, oh shit, natural 1, I'm gonna take advantage on that, and then roll
I
again.
still have 1 crit left over, just in case.
The crits, if they were there, they stay. So that's,
Yep,
I'm not taking things
what?
away. So I will now, as you guys go out to have drinks, I will provide to you via Odella's explanation and her expert work while you guys were away of working for the Harpers, the exposition of what you don't remember from the council meeting from last time.
Thanks.
So
I took notes, guys. Don't worry.
yeah. So Odella will go on to tell you things, basically what was echoed a little bit last time. One, you remember that Nord Neverember was dethroned from his seat of Open Lord of Waterdeep. So the way that works is there are several masked lords of Waterdeep that kind of work behind the scenes, and they have again, for those who don't know, they're kind of working and always doing things, but it's more in the shadows. And then there is an Open Lord of Waterdeep who is kind of the face, basically the face of the government. So that was Lord Neverember, but he has since been dethroned, and Lady Laurel Silverhand has been put in his place. A renowned spellcaster, an adventurer extraordinaire, blah, blah, blah. So she now sits at the head of the table, and Lord Neverember just looks nonplussed and just annoyed. Like, who thinks that this was a good idea? Clearly everybody else did, because the motion passed. There's also was another member there, a human female named Elia, which both Roswin and Odella had met once before in days long since past. But there is this feeling that all of the delegates are going on different stories about the increased raids and attacks on their various townships, locations, by the Cult of the Dragon. Draconic activity and influx of that. Just kind of giving you the vibe that what you encountered in Luskin is not the only instance of this. That they're on the move, they're on the rise, things are moving. Stuff is happening. So to provide to you the things regarding Varum the White, there is a little bit of a schism, right? So the Harpers and Tarn Hornblade from, Hornblade, they are from the Lord's Alliance. They are super stoked that you guys captured Varum alive, because now he can be interrogated. So they're pumped about that. Conrad Braunanvil, the dwarven delegate from Mithril Hall, Citadel Feldbar and Citadel Adbar, he is stoked that he's been captured, and he's trying to push through a vote that he be extricated and brought to Mithril Hall to be tried under dwarven law, because he clearly did a disservice to the dwarves as a whole, and it should be answered in their own custom. The only people that aren't super pleased, which, as Rosin brought up last time, but I'll remind you again, was the Emerald Enclave are not the happiest about it. They get not killing him is a good thing, but it just proves to further complicate everything, in that he's already just demonstrated his willingness to corrupt the natural order of things, so offsetting the balance, so they're not cool with that. And a trial and leaving him here potentially leads to a rescue attempt. So he's not pumped about that. You guys know, based on what he said, it's not a rescue attempt. If the Cult of the Dragon comes looking for Varum, it's to just take him out, because he made the wrong move. The Arcane Brotherhood has told you, and Odella has had conversations with McCath since you guys have been gone, but basically everybody's excited to have them on board, except for Celeste's or Leo's boss.
What?
Leo's boss, Antharr Froome, is not cool with it because he says that they don't police their members in what kinds of knowledge they pursue, and they're willing to, like, it's an arcane brotherhood study of knowledge, so they do tolerate potentially evil wizards as well. So he doesn't seem, it doesn't earn you his respect, but it doesn't lose it. But everybody else is stoked to have a whole team of arcane wizards and sorcerers on your side.
Macatha's pretty chill, dude.
So, Dylan Winterhound will pop in and he'll say that the Emerald Enclave is looking into investigations into recent dragon attacks in the nearby Misty Forest. And in the meeting, King Melindrak, the king of the elves of the Misty Forest, says, "Don't worry about it, it's fine. We've increased our patrols and the dragon attacks have ceased. We're good." And you get the feeling that Dylan doesn't buy that. In the meeting, he's like, "Okay, sure, you're a king. I'm out." And then that was when, after the fact, he did come and grab you, Katie, or Rosalind, to tell you things. So we'll jump to that.
That never actually happened.
There was also the dwarves specifically. The rumors of cult incursions and things like that were relatively standard. Nothing that really stood out, except the dwarves did also bring up that, and you've known since the beginning, Conrad Braun Anvil has been hesitant to commit any of his forces, as the dwarves were burnt pretty bad when the drow attacked the whole north. No one else really came to their aid until the very last minute, until it started to impact everybody else, to the point where one of Arathader was involved in that attack, ridden by drow into combat, the one that you slayed, the white dragon you slayed, where his son Orbengrast was slain upon the field of battle by a very renowned monk from the Order of the Yellow Rose.
Heavy shit.
Very big stuff going down. But he tells you that there is other incursions, new incursions by the drow. And you can get the feeling that, like, people are worried, but the dragon threat seems to be more of their focus. But he does tell you that, and tells everyone that they're wielding some sort of arcane fire that seems to be above and beyond typical arcane magic. This source of fire is something that they've never really seen before. Or they have theories, but they're not saying what it's about. Or at least Conrad's not saying, but they're worried about it. And anybody that would help, but everybody's kind of dealing with their own shit in the Cult of the Dragon. But that's the thing. So, now what did Dylan tell you when he called you aside after the meeting? Which I think he called Rosalind aside, but I believe he spoke to all of you.
I don't think we ever got to that part.
Oh,
we
then
did it a few days.
Then he says, "Oh, you get a message. A little squirrel runs up to you, Rosalind, when you're out at breakfast, and it speaks in Dylan Winterhound's voice, an animal messenger. How crazy! No one ever uses those." And says to you, Rosalind, I heard you're back in town. I'd like to meet, when you're free, to discuss further what we spoke about at the council. And then it turns back into, and it runs away. The squirrel just runs away.
Wait, I was gonna give you some scone. I eat the piece.
Okay. And that's what happens at lunch/drinks.
Nice.
Okay, well, who wants to go meet my buddy Dylan?
Oh, were we invited, or is that just a you and him thing, or
I don't know.
how well do you know Dylan?
I mean,
Is this
he's really cool, and I respect him a lot, and I don't understand why he didn't like us keep him alive, but that's his own thing. But still, I think that I really want Treants to help us fight, because that's really amazing. So I think we should just go talk to him. And also, he sent a really adorable woodland creature to tell us, so that's really cool too.
fair? But I mean, if you want us to come as well, absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like the more the merrier. And I don't have any secrets from you guys. That's weird. So
Well, if I'm invited, I'll come along.
Great. Yeah, sure.
let's
Let's
go.
roll out.
You don't have to hold hands and skip, but it's an option. I just wanted to put it out there.
I'm good.
Okay.
All right, so you guys head out, and we'll say for the fact that I didn't mention it, but he'll tell you where he wants to meet you. We'll say that was brought up
I
in
was like,
the.
way.
Ah.
Maybe the squirrel just waits, and then like you guys follow the squirrel, and it leads you basically to, it's not any particular. It's not a building, but there's like a small section. Amidst the kind of the squares and the open areas of Waterdeep. Waterdeep's a massive city. You can get lost here if you don't know where you're going. But there's a small little grove in an area that's just a little bit of natural beauty amongst the bustling city that is Waterdeep. And that's where he's waiting with his winter wolf by his side. And he just seems to be having a conversation with the wolf, and then you guys roll up. And he says, you brought your friends. Wonderful.
Yep. We're a group. And I say hello to both him and his wolf.
And his wolf's like, hey, what's up? I remember I liked you. Apparently dogs do have object permanence. I don't know.
You're a really smart one.
Yeah. Pleasure to see you both again. Can we hear the wolf?
Yeah, it speaks in common.
Oh, you both.
Yeah, it can speak in common and giant, because winter wolves are awesome. So anyway,
for once, Leo's at a loss for words.
So Dylan reaches down and scratches, ruffles the scruff of the wolf, and it seems to enjoy it. And then he turns to you guys and he says, "So I didn't want to go down this road too much." And he will kind of look to Odella, and he says, "I believe she knows a little more, as she's been working for Leosin, and we're sharing information when it makes sense. But there's more to this whole Misty Forest situation. It's not, the king is really playing it off, and for the moment he may have been telling the truth, but I don't believe that it's the whole truth. So the several raids had been happening against various elven settlements throughout the Misty Forest. Draconic raids led by a green dragon. And they, for the most part, stopped relatively recently, but it appears that some survivors had said they've seen an elf with this green dragon during these raids, and it seems that the elf is the one in charge. We don't know who this elf is, but I believe, and one of my associates that I'm working with, which is actually the son of King Melindrak, we believe that this elf may be the Green Dragon Wormspeaker. That's not founded, but all signs point to yes. It also is true that the cult raids have stopped since the elves have increased their patrols, but I don't believe, they may be related, but I don't think so. I think it's a coincidence, and I think perhaps this dragon may be biding its time or waiting for some larger raid or reinforcements. I don't know. But all I know is that I don't have the resources to check this out and find out further. So I do believe that additional attacks are imminent. And like I said, the king seems fairly dismissive of any of these claims, that there may be a further attack. He believes that these patrols will end it. But his son doesn't think so, and neither do I.
Oh,
Well, yeah, if people are in danger, just tell us where to go.
Also, how old did this dragon seem?
The reports call it huge, but people say that most dragons are huge, regardless of their actual size. Though I do believe this to be a dragon of significant age. This is no wormling.
And definitely point to where to go.
I look over at Leo like this.
Yep, he's trying to keep a really serious face, but he's kind of like twitching.
He'll say, when you're able to. The sooner the better, as again, these attacks have ceased for the moment. And I realize that you are under the employ of the council, as it were, but you have your own agendas as well and things that you must deal with, and you're growing renown, and I've heard you have a shop in Scornabel as well. It's not many adventurers that are still adventuring and open a shop, so kudos to you for being this ambitious. But
Thank you.
when you have the time, and please let me know when that is, there's a village called Altand, and it is one of the few settlements that is left standing and survived, to a degree, one of these dragon raids. You may be able to find additional information. Perhaps you can question some of the survivors. You all have your various sets of skills, so perhaps I assume tact may be a better means to extricate this information from people that have survived a dragon incursion. Something, a skill that is sadly lost upon myself. So, I would investigate and see what you can find out, and perhaps something from there will lead you to where this creature may rest or lie. And he'll say, if it is indeed a huge dragon, this is not something that's easily hidden. The misty forests are vast, and the mist that does, and this, you guys would probably just know this from existing in the realms, but the misty forest is aptly named. There is a mist, a kind of ever-growing fog that permeates the entirety of the forest, so things are always hard to see through. So that aids to this, but still, a dragon is a dragon.
Creepy. Okay.
So he will tell you it is a primarily wood elf settlement, and he will basically say he'll essentially give you a map, because he says they mostly most of the large buildings are in houses amidst the trees, connected via rope bridges, so it may be hard to see upon your first pass if you don't know where you're going.
I see. Well, thank you for this information. Any other questions? Do we have any other questions?
Well, he'll tell you that the king's son is Alagarthus is the king's son.
Alagarthus. And where is he right now? Are they at like the capital, and then Altan is just like a village?
Yeah, he'll tell you that Altan it's sort of an outlying village, and in basically the capital, if you will, is where Al is hanging out.
Al.
Yeah, we can call him
Good boy,
Al.
Yeah.
I did have another question, not necessarily for him, but I remember you saying last time we played something about like unrest amongst the metallic dragons.
Yes,
yeah.
That is what Elia had brought up during the council, is that there is movement. She basically told, that was essentially her cryptic piece, was that the metallic dragons have stirred, and they are moving, and things are happening on that front.
Okay, is that just all over the place, or is that also in this like forest area?
There's no mention of in this forest, but in general. And he will actually tell you that it basically she didn't bring it up during the meeting, but it was brought up after the fact that apparently the metallic dragons are holding a council at some point.
I want an invite.
Has somebody explained to Leo that there's a difference between metallic dragons and
Yeah,
chromatic
it's like one
dragons?
of the
Because
first
otherwise,
things
that's a
we
mess.
explained it to you.
First thing, when you were like,
Okay.
hey, I want to kill dragons, we were like, all right, calm down.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Leo's like,
lesson
mhm.
of dragons.
It's like us, we have vested interest in you not killing a certain gold dragon.
Okay, so goals: kill all the chromatic dragons, ride a metallic dragon.
Oh, it's crazy cool. You're not gonna believe it.
What? Did I know you? I think you probably mentioned this, but I'm just
You had
like,
the same reaction the first time.
Yeah, I think that's the exact same. I'm gonna have to search through to find that reaction for the thumbnail for this video.
there
There it is. That's the one.
Thank you.
I got to ride on her back as a dragon, and when she was a person, her butt,
Wait, they can be people?
yeah, it's crazy.
Hmm.
Anyway, Dylan,
And he's just like, it's like, what I mean, he's like, I got, all right, well.
Thank you. Yes, thank you again for telling us, and we will let you know when we are able to go and meet these people as soon as we can.
well, I'm really excited about it. I love the woods.
And he'll reach out to you guys, and he'll basically, when you guys are there, he'll say, is there anything, I know you guys are seemingly busy, and I've heard people have been in and out of the city. Is there anything you'd like me to relay back to the council, or certain people within the council, while you deal with this or whatever else you're dealing with?
So us going there is not going to be popular, right? Because the council isn't telling us to go. Yeah.
Yeah, he's basically like, yeah, you bring up a good point. That
He's coming to us on the DL.
He's coming to you as a representative of the Emerald Enclave and as Dylan, not as a direct representative of the council. And he says, granted, if this does turn out to be true, and my suspicions are correct that this is the Green Dragon Wormspeaker, then no one will fault you for doing this. And he says, if it does come back that it's not the case, I'll take the blame for it. You'll be no fault of your own.
Well, I really want to help them.
Can I just ask
Yeah.
what your intuition is that this isn't because of the patrols? Like, what led you to that decision?
It's so.
Did you talk to a tree, Dylan?
No.
What did the tree tell you?
No, he says when we had originally looked
That's
into
rude,
this.
Leo. Don't.
Yeah.
That was sorry, that was Celeste being shitty.
He says
Leo
when we had originally looked into this and the raids had stopped, the king was happy there. Oh, the raids have stopped. It was only after we had researched and spoke to some of the survivors that we had then learned that there was this elf with the dragon. Originally, it was just thought to be a draconic attack, seemingly exterminating people for treasure or what have you. I don't know. But after questioning some of the survivors, it seemed that that's when the elf was found. And that makes me uneasy, especially if people are saying the elf was in command.
Yeah, it might indeed be narrow vein.
And he looks at you like very, when you say that, and he says, no. Narrow vein?
Do you know that name?
And he says, and he like puts his head in his hands. He's like, oh boy.
What?
And he says, I don't want to rush you, but this may have just become that much more sensitive.
Who is Narrow Vein? And why
He
does
says
he-
Narrowvein is
know who
King
Narrowvein is.
Melindrak's son.
Who's that?
Who's that?
King Melindrak, the king of the elves that we've been talking.
Oh, Oh,
Yeah.
I thought
wait,
you said something
Nervain.
else.
I'm sorry. Wait, Nervain is his son.
Well, his lost son that everyone had assumed had been dead.
Oh, so not the son that you were.
So
in.
Aligarth's brother.
Yes.
There's too many
Nervain
sons.
is is Garth's brother.
Yes.
He's also the green mask holder. Green.
That's what you're telling me.
Oh boy, the
He
plot
says-
thickens.
He says that Narrowvein is as Al's half brother. They're not, they're half brothers, but he says he was disgraced and exiled by his people and long since thought to be dead.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what we've been told. And now, perhaps, he's alive and the one attacking these. And then he starts, then you see the wheels start to turn in his head, and he says, that's strange. So if this is the case, then... So the king says he increases the raids, and then the dragon attacks stop, and...
The king's totally trying to protect his son.
And he's just like, this is troubling news. This may mean that this has all been... And he's like, I need to go. This may mean that the king has been providing all of the information, everything we've been doing, every move to the Cult of the Dragon. That's how they're staying one step ahead of us. I need to go. I need to handle this now.
Leo would like to put a hand on his arm and be cautious, friend. Where blood ties are concerned, things get complicated. This king may not be acting out of spite or evil. It may just be love for a child.
And
Calm
he's
yourself.
He's like, that may be true, but we heard the white dragon mask was contained in the desert. They already had it. He said, the Belladonnas went after the black dragon worm speaker. The mask was missing. You were on your way back from the north and were attacked in Luskin, a town you weren't expected to be in. How do they know where to find you? How do they know what's going on? Something is up.
It may be the case. I just...
And he says,
caution.
no, your words ring true. But he says, this must be communicated. There may be treachery afoot.
Absolutely.
And he'll look to his wolf, and then he'll jump on its back, and they'll bound off.
Yeah.
Odella
Is that
thinks to
big
herself-
too?
Yeah,
God.
it's the size of a horse.
Odella thinks to herself, "Where can I get a winter wolf now?"
Yeah, it is this. It is the size.
Just kidding.
Yeah, it's the size of a horse with the intelligence of most barbarians, I guess.
An 8.
Yeah, I think
Solid
it's,
8.
I think it's a
And they're
solid 8.
usually super evil.
Usually, yes, they are usually super evil, and they do have, cold breath, which is cool. An ice breath cone.
Wow. Okay. Well, Leah will turn to both of you. Sounds like we have our next task ahead of us.
How far away?
Respectfully,
Yeah.
I request that we forgo this task for a bit and return home.
Oh.
Why?
Is something troubling you?
I'm a bit concerned. It could turn out to be nothing and we could just turn right back around, but I need to go home.
Leo's like, Odella, are you okay? What's going on?
When I last talked to the person, I can't remember her name, her employee, I can't remember what her name is.
Front desk lady.
I named her and I can't remember what her name is.
Margaret.
Sure, Margaret. Good old Maggie.
Maggie. Mags.
She mentioned that there's someone looking for me back home, and that he was from the Temple of Omater, and I believe I've mentioned to you before my association with that temple.
I see. Well, yeah, absolutely. We can put this on hold.
Like I said, it could be nothing. We could turn right back around, but also it might be good to check in with the business. Dylan was right. There's not many adventurers that start a business and then continue adventuring.
Not many adventurers have 3 sets of sending stone.
True. Whatever puts your mind at ease, we should absolutely take care of this before pushing into danger.
I'm hoping with this information that Dylan receives and meets with whoever on the council he can trust, that maybe we'll receive more information and we can go into this situation with a better grasp on what's going on instead of going in blindly. So this side trip to back home might actually benefit us to wait out until we get more information.
Yeah.
He nods smiling sympathetic as you're making excuses. He's like, no, we're all in. It's fine. We got you.
So. Okay, so I think everybody's good here in Waterdeep to set out.
No, I need to buy some more things. I'm just kidding.
Okay, fine. Listen.
I feel like I'm almost out of money, but then I remember that
we have
all
more.
the money.
Yeah.
I have 28,000 just by myself.
Yeah, you guys.
I've actually spent all the 25,000 that I had.
Really? Jesus Christ!
Yeah, I spent a lot of money, man.
This is why it's a good thing that we don't just have one group fund.
I guess I haven't spent any money.
We do have a one group fund. Did you remember to put in your 750 from the dragon horde that Odella gave?
Ooh, no.
You did at Gen Con because you bought stuff at Gen Con. You bought potions before you left.
Oh, I did. That's why it says potion. Hey, I kept it together. Oh yes, I have greater healing potions. Look at that.
Also, Roz, when I put yours in your fund, so that's included in your amount that you have.
Sweet. Okay.
100 gold earlier today.
Yeah, let's just make sure to leave Dylan with a message that if he needs to get in contact right away with us to talk to Leosin, because he has a direct.
He's been talking to Leosin, so I assume that most people know if they need to get a hold of us, they can tell
Yeah,
Leosin.
they are. The Harpers and the Emerald Enclave are on good terms.
Buds.
Okay. And they're basically the lead representatives for both here at the council. So.
Although I didn't realize that we didn't tell them who all the forum speakers were, so that's unfortunate.
We know who they are?
Yes, we know who they are.
I don't know if you do, but they do.
Leo doesn't, but Roswin and Odella do.
They learned it from the previous White Dragon Worm speaker who got dethroned by Varum.
Yeah.
#history. #Court of the Dragon Queen.
The only two we haven't mentioned in game yet. Well, I think Severin's been mentioned because he's working with the Red Wizards of Thay.
And he's the kind of leader of the whole thing.
He's the leader. And then Galvin. We haven't heard of Galvin the Blue yet.
To be fair, he's only mentioned that line in the whole book between both
he just never
books.
shows up.
They never give you any other information.
He's so
on this guy.
mysterious.
He's very
Let's
mysterious.
go find him.
That's fine. I have a picture of what he looks like. That's all I've got.
Ooh.
Wow, is he dreamy?
Is he dreamy?
I don't remember. I'll find the picture. It's probably in the
Yeah,
other
we need
book.
to know how dreamy he is.
I want to have like a James Bond situation and sleep with the villain who turns out is a double cross, and then I'm like, oh no.
On a scale from 1 to dreamy, how Leo bangable is he?
How bangable is he?
Let's
Thank you.
This is important.
This is very important. And what kind of pie does he like? And how bangable is he on the Leo scale?
Yeah.
Boom. All
Important.
NPCs from now on.
Is that you'll have to give me a little more information about Leo's scale so that I can decide where he lands and like what is the scale? Is it 1 to 10? How does Leo's scale work?
Yeah. 1 to 10. No, it doesn't work like that. I can't tell you. Just show me the picture and I'll let you know.
I can't let you see the picture though.
That's fine.
because
Okay.
It'll give
won't.
away
I won't
who
look at the picture.
he is.
Okay.
Fine.
I'll tell you that dashing purple robes with purple and gold filament or filigree.
It's not the clothes who make them.
But it is no facial hair and bald. Or shaved head. Shaved head.
Well, he looks like a thumb.
Depends on his if he's got strong facial features or not. That work
There is
the bald or not.
there's a strong jawline there. And I mean the picture is very furrowed brow, so I don't know. I don't really know what he looks like when he's not
Okay. Potential
throwing
bangable,
lightning
but we don't
bolts,
know yet.
maybe?
This is him.
Oh yeah, definitely bangable.
Those luscious lips.
Oh wow, yeah.
He is pale, paler skinned, like
Keeps
looks-
getting more and more accurate.
It just gets okay. It's sounding like a hard pass, but let's move on. I'll let you know when I see him.
seems to have deft fingers that can wield lightning relatively well, if that tickles your fancy.
If that's an entendre, then yes.
I don't know. It could be. I
Can-
guess we'll find out.
Tingle your dangly parts with this.
The dangle bits.
This is getting out of control.
When
Help
is
your
it?
moms around.
We need to move along swiftly.
So, you guys continue.
Collect my mounts.
Oh
From
Yes. So
And
you,
Harley.
you go visit Dirk,
Yep.
who's super excited to see you.
God, Dirk.
Oh, Dirk, this guy.
Sharp as Dirk, I tell you what. That's why my pap called me Dirk. So Dirk is super excited to see you because you guys are one of his best customers. The only other people that bought about as much stuff was this other group of weird people. So they were pretty weird. 4 adventurers. They were pretty crazy. They had a drow with them. It was weird.
But she was pretty hot, right?
Yeah, she was like super hot, and then there's this other one who was all like look uptight, covered in rocket armor, and this
Yeah.
other dude that looked like he was 12. And this other dude just looked like he was spaced out the whole time. I don't know, he might have been asleep. I'm not really sure.
It sounds vaguely familiar.
Andy?
Yeah, they do sound vaguely familiar to 2 of you.
God, who are these people? It's like they're the shadow of us. Or 20 episodes ahead or something. I
the
don't-
B team.
Wow.
In this stream.
Throwing
The BT.
that shade.
Well, and then they call
Whoa.
us the B
Hey,
team in
I
their
never
stream.
met
It's
him.
fine.
That's true.
Odella will continue to assume that they are the A team since they go on council meetings.
I know. Oh yeah. We
Yeah.
do work for Waterdeep.
Yeah, they don't have that going for them.
I totally knew who I was, so that's something.
Yeah. That's true.
One of them walked up to me as a wolf on my horse, and I was like, "Who is this?"
Shut up! I totally helped her be that wolf, but like an in control wolf.
You can do that?
I mean, fucking moon.
What about lions?
I can grab something out of Odella's bag and throw it every week and make 2 lions.
Can't you turn him into a lion?
I mean,
What?
yeah, but I would.
This
turn
is not anything in the matter. Dirk, can I have my mounts?
Yes, Dirk will give you, and he's just like, wow, you can turn people into animals.
Right? Right,
That's-
Dirk? This is amazing.
He's like, that's pretty crazy. I don't care who you are, that's pretty crazy.
Mhm.
Crazy old Roz. That's what they're called.
Crazy Roz.
And he's like, man, I can tell you, I'm really excited. I decided to go to the club with you guys because that was a crazy night.
It was.
From what I remember, yes.
It
He's
was.
like, yeah, it's crazy times. He goes, you guys got to see that band. Well, that band was crazy. They had all sorts of weird pumping music I ain't never heard before or since.
Dirk, my man, the world is open for you now. Don't let it stop with that one evening. You go and you enjoy weird, crazy, pumping music.
He was like, I was gonna try again, but then that band disappeared. Nobody know where they went.
Strange.
It was
What?
strange. Yeah, they got kidnapped or captured, or people were real worried about them. It was the whole thing. But then they showed up again. I don't get it. They're
Nice.
supposed to be playing some wedding or something. I don't know. I'm not invited, but I was gonna try to crash it because I like the music. Anyway, here's your mounts back.
What? Is there a whole nother subplot?
Yeah. Was this
Listen,
in last game or the other
my
game?
worlds are layered. You don't. I live in a layered game where everything is connected, so that way,
Okay.
if anybody watches all of the streams, things will happen.
What?
So somebody kidnapped Daft Monk and then brought them back.
Yes, check out Princess of the Apocalypse, The Bachelorette, to find out what happened in that episode.
Oh, it was that one.
I play a drunk monk on a bachelorette party.
Damn. That sounded so fun.
It was a
was
good time.
so fucking funny. I was really drunk and in character.
And you get
So
to see
there.
Claire play D&D as a wizard, so that's always
Oh
fun.
my god.
Nice.
She was the conscience that nobody listened to.
Oh my god, it was so funny. Like, I just wanted to dance, and now people are dying.
Sounds like Leo's soulmate. Like,
I kept my wedding dress perfectly pristine the entire time.
Nice.
Prestidigitated that shit every time I got blood all over it. What a
oh
perfect
my
day.
god.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Dirk will tell you anyways, like, that's a whole nother story. And we don't got to talk about that, but here's your mounts back. He goes, I want to tell you what, I did something for you. I hope you don't mind.
I'm sure I won't. What did you
And
do?
and he like walks crazy like or crazy eyes out towards, and he's like, so Crazy Eyes over here,
Yeah.
I made something for him. I hope you like it.
You did?
He's like, yeah, I've been thinking about it because I remember why you told me you couldn't bring him with you, and then I was like, well, that makes a lot of sense in a lot of ways. And then I was like, I feel kind of bad because she bought this thing, and I really like it not being here because his eyes still really freak me out. But I really
I'm sorry about that, Dirk.
He's like, no, I really appreciate you getting him out of my shop so I don't have to look at him. But then he brought him back, and I was like, oh, maybe she's having second thoughts. I don't know. But then I was thinking, the reason you probably kept leaving him here is because he's got them weird-ass little feet that look like hands. Also creepy. I don't really like him. And he's always, like, spacing out, and I don't like it none. But he says, so I tried to make him some kind of shoes.
Oh, okay.
You got crazy shoes.
And he's like, so they're like basically like gloves because he uses his hands to grab stuff. But they're sort of like if gloves and sandals mixed together, they're sort of like that. That way he can still stick to things and climb up walls, but like he's got like a little layer of leather. So hopefully if he's walking on something hot, it don't touch his little feet and don't hurt and burn his little hands.
That's very considerate of you.
He goes, but realistically, he's cold-blooded, so taking him to a really hot place or a really cold place, probably not the best thing for him. Though he probably might like the desert. I don't know. But anyway, glove shoes. I don't got a name for him yet, but I'm calling them glove shoes.
Nice blues, dude.
Blues? Look at this one. Crazy old Roz coming up with names.
Do the
Leo
shoes
has nothing to say.
They're like...
Or they're like, are they like dad sandals with socks?
No, I guess they'd be more in line to... So they gotta come up the arm to grab, so they're more like Grecian sandals than anything, right? So they gotta come up to strap on so they stay on the arm.
Nice gladiator sandals on Crazy Eyes.
Love it. I love it so much.
Good,
At
yes.
some point, we need to take a break so I can take a shot if this is how this session is going.
Dirk,
It's feeling that way.
they are lovely, and I'll give him a kiss on both cheeks.
And he's like, wow, miss, that's right kind of you right there. I didn't expect none of that. I just was like, hell, maybe I can do this. But like low-key, I was like, maybe this will get this thing out of my fucking shop because it creeps the hell out of me. I don't know why I picked it up in the first place. I was like, hey man, that's cool. I ain't ever seen one of those. Oh god, look at its eyes.
Crazy Eyes is just exotic, and I love it. It's beautiful.
And he's like, that's great. You can exotic it right on out of here.
I will indeed. Thank you.
He's like, you're welcome. Come back anytime, but leave that one outside. All right, I'll have y'all come back now. But for real, though, you guys are my best customers. So
Oh, wait.
Come back.
Do you have anything new?
Oh, God.
Just checking.
And he's like, no, miss, just more of the same at the moment.
Okay. Never mind then. Have a nice day.
And he says, you too. And you guys leave Dirk's shop
Bye, Dirk.
and head
Bye.
out of Waterdeep on your
I
way.
take Crazy Eyes in Midnight.
Oh, man. 1 or 2 NPCs make a whole campaign. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, Crazy Eyes.
So,
I would have left Dirk like 15 gold, and on the way out, I'm like, get those patented, buddy.
And
Great.
he's like, all right.
Don't think anything will ever use them ever again.
You never know.
I call 20% because I came up with the name. I'm trying to open an orphanage. It's not greed. Bye.
Good job.
And he's like,
Robin.
there's an orphanage that's open. Bye.
Bye.
As you guys are walking out.
Sweet. How far is it to the city where we live, the town?
Pretty far.
Where do we live?
Scornabel.
Scornable.
Can we get one of these buckos to teleport us, since we probably, we're owed some favors?
Hey, buckos.
Hey, buckos?
Buckos? Hello, buckles in the house?
Hey, we are helping you. Somebody got a teleport scroll. Any level 5 mages in the
I
house?
offer to pay for the teleport scroll if somebody can actually do it.
Well, it's a level 4.
Fifth spell.
Yeah, no,
Fifth
it's a
level
seventh level.
Oh.
5th level is teleportation circle. If you're going from a circle to a circle.
But there's no circles in
I
Scornabel.
There's
know.
no
Let's find a caravan.
Yeah, 2 months of travel.
15 episodes of that.
That's a
It only
7th
took
level
us 60
spell.
days or
That's
whatever.
what? 14th level caster to cast 7th level spells? Yeah. No. Yeah. Nope.
Yeah. Nope. Yep.
13th level. 13th level caster.
Let's just be like, hey, Laurel Silverhand, what's up? Can you teleport us home? Love
Hey.
you.
Arcane Brotherhood. Is anybody down here?
Oh, yeah, Arcane Brotherhood. Hey, does
I-
Bae McCath have anything?
I will give them.
She's up north though.
I have, if we want to barter with the Arcane Brotherhood, I didn't tell them that I have those rubbings of a bunch of things from those, like, frog.
From the ice toads.
I saved
Yeah.
these for a rainy day.
Ooh, yes,
Shake
let's
some
trade
scrolls
those
around.
for teleport.
Okay, let me look up McCath real quick. We'll see what she can do.
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be, she's not there, but
No.
maybe she has a buddy.
Well, let's see.
You're gonna bang your buddy too.
No, that would be disrespectful.
That's the line.
That is the line. Don't bang best friends of people. I learned that lesson in my youth. So Leo learned that when he was around 15, 16, that is a terrible idea.
1 second.
He was in a gladiator ring, so it was really just the same, like, 30 people. It's like a theater department he grew up in, so he learned all those lessons.
Oh, hey, what about your boo in the Mistra temple? Or are you not going back there? Was that like a love it and leave it type situation?
Oh, I mean,
Did you burn that bridge?
no, I didn't burn that bridge. We had a great time, and it was fine. Oh, but I'm busy,
But like,
Next time we have some free time in Waterdeep.
they study
Oh,
yeah, they study
you're
magic.
oh, I see. Yes.
I wasn't trying to make you have sex with somebody, Leo.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I was like. I was like,
We
oh
have a
man, I gotta
problem.
keep
I
my.
was trying to solve it.
Oh, that's exactly what Leo would have had that conversation with you. He's like, well, no, I don't, love him, leave him. That's like disrespect. But like, I would like to give things time. And then he's like, oh yeah.
Is there somebody in the temple of Mistra that can help us?
Yeah, because she was the head priestess.
Yeah.
Hey, Ted, in
Hey.
that rainbow cat suit.
Yes, the mistaken
Meow.
rainbow catsuit, but it's the rainbow catsuit
Yeah, because
forever.
technically it's not supposed to be what the people that of my
Lyra,
god wear.
yes. It is, but it is not. So
Hey, I'm gonna hit up my boo. Hang on, I probably even have her name written down in my notes.
That was like first episode shit.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Rise of Tiamat. Let's see, 4-2. Does that sound about
sounds
right?
about right.
Yeah.
I would be able to. Well, we can go that route, or you could reach out to McCath. It's one of the two.
I'll reach out to McCath just since this is a little more recent, and
How-
we saved her life.
How are you reaching out to her? Do you have sending?
No.
Odella
Hey,
does.
Odella.
Are you gonna make me use one of my scrolls that I just bought?
Well, I mean, if we want to teleport there, in the interest of time, since both these situations are desperate and we have to, I mean, if we want to reach out to McCath, she might be able to help us.
Who?
No.
No, druids don't.
I was like, I could take an 8-hour nap, but I can't. It wouldn't be helpful. I mean, I could still do it, but
I could also, if we want to save a scroll, I'm happy to go and talk to Bay in the temple.
okay,
let's try Mistra
but
first.
can ask for something without bringing like flowers or something.
That's a great. No, I don't want to come on too strong.
Bring
I
her
think
the
my
goddamn
winning.
flowers. Did you see her in that cat suit? She looked amazing. You'd be so lucky to have that again.
She did look amazing. What were you talking about? He goes somewhere else.
I've actually been in contact with Macath. She's doing something else for us right now, but so maybe we should just go check out
You've
the.
done so much.
Oh yeah. Okay. A single red rose. There we are.
I make it.
Love that
You make it out of your mouth as you're like, blah, blah.
Here.
No, so I reach out, I stand on my tiptoes and I reach out behind Leo's ear and I'm like, oh.
He goes,
Close up,
ow, thorns. Perfect.
All
All right.
So you guys make your way to the Temple of Mistra in Waterdeep. So, you guys find your way there, and it has a name, but I can't remember the top of my head. But that's fine. So you make your way there, and you enter into the temple. And you see there are acolytes about, and there are people worshiping and things in the large, grand hall. What would you like to do?
God, I'm trying to find her name in my notes.
The House of... Is this right? The House of Wonder? Is
That
the name of it?
sounds right.
Yep, the House of Wonder.
Indeed. Okay. Damn, I don't... Was it like Roxana? I feel like it was something like that with an R. Oh, well.
I didn't write down your booty calls. Sorry.
Fine. Okay, I'm gonna go and... Ted, can you help us out? Do you know what it is?
I do.
Oh, is this a...
Well, this
okay,
is a test
like
for Leo.
I know. Fuck. Can Leo make an intelligence check to try to remember?
Sure. I'll let Leo make an intelligence check.
He's not great at that, so he probably won't do well.
Oh, hey, guidance.
Oh, thanks.
Yep. Somebody help him.
Okay, hi. I'm going to use a luck point to re-roll that 3.
Plus
Yeah.
3.
Oh god, I got a 4.
Also, can I help to give advantage?
Do you remember her name?
Well, she was there. She talked to her, and she was like, "Oh, by the way, this is where Leo lives." Because I'm a really bad wingman, but I think I'm great.
Sure. You
Okay.
can take one more roll with advantage from Grosman's assistance, trying to
believe you.
help you
Oh my
remember
God.
her name.
Oh, this is awful. Okay, yes. All right, wonderful. That's a 19.
Nice.
Okay.
Plus 2.
Okay, 21.
Okay. Alyssa is her name.
Alyssa! Okay, because I remembered it was weird because my sister's name is Roxanne Alyssa, and I was like, ew, I'm boning my sister. That's what it was. That's why I thought it was
remember that she
Roxana.
was modeled after a hot girl from your college, Ted. Or high
Hot
school.
girl from high school, yes. Also college. She went to the college not too far
Okay.
down the road. That's why I remember her.
Alyssa, I am going to go to an acolyte nearby and ask, is Alyssa available? It's we're here in a matter of great importance for the city of Waterdeep.
Make me a persuasion check.
Okay, I am smiling very charmingly.
Sure.
I need to stop rolling like this.
I assume I left crazy eyes and midnight outside.
I assume so, but I can't control that. That's up to you.
At 23.
Okay, yeah, and he's the acolyte's like, yeah, okay. And he, like, puts down, like, the sponge that he was cleaning the floor with and, like, runs off. He, like, slips on the wet.
Oh, I catch him. I'm like, oh.
And he's
no.
like, oh, thank you. And he runs away off into, like beating feet down the main aisle.
I pressed to digitate the floor because that's dangerous.
It's all...
For an arcane temple. Come on.
So, he runs off. And then,
And
well,
also
it's
I
a
don't
divine temple, right? To an arcane god.
Yep.
Well,
Tricky.
Hmm.
mm-hmm.
So he comes out and then, or he like comes out and stands next to the door where he ran into, and you see as she comes, walking out in a bit of a hurry, hearing that it was about like the fate of Waterdeep was at stake.
Oh, I said we were working.
Yeah, well,
for
that's
Waterdeep.
what he heard.
Yeah, I also was like raised an eyebrow at that use of words. I was like, oh, okay.
So she comes like out, and she's like, and she stops when she sees the three of you at the door, and she like slows her pace a little bit, and then she makes her walk towards you slowly. And I would like Leo to make me an insight check, please.
Absolutely.
She's mad you didn't call.
Oh boy, let's see. I did pretty
This is a
good.
terrible idea.
19.
Okay. As she's walking towards you, you can tell that the means of which she's walking is deliberate. It is a very strutful walk, as it were.
Oh, we know this old game.
Yeah, there is excessive hip movement in this each step that's taken, that is only further accentuated by this rainbow-colored catsuit that fits her to a T.
Leo is dying.
As she walks up to you, and like she gets like she's about 4 steps away, and she like flips her hair over her shoulder and like walks towards you, and just kind of stands there, hands on hips, and says, "So you're working for Waterdeep, I see." And looks at the three of you, but mostly like a quick glance to Odella and Roswin, but more focusing on Leo.
He says, "Indeed. And it is most fortuitous that this job has brought me here, back to you. I stand in awe of you, as always, and humbly ask for your aid. And also, I mean, well, I couldn't resist."
Make me a persuasion check, please.
Okay, I'm so good at these. That's a 30.
All right. Let's see how she does.
He says it as he's like flexing during the Terry Crews like.
So I was reading something that got me for trinkets that got me distracted. So she said, and she kind of like raises an accusatory eyebrow at you, but there's a smirk there that she's that's not excessively well masked as she speaks to you, and she again with that smile as she's talking to you says, "So, what brings you here? What can I possibly do for you?" And you can't tell if there's like a double meaning to that phrase or not. You're not sure.
Well, let's go with business first. I suppose we can talk about pleasure later. But we find ourselves in need of, we need to get somewhere very quickly. We have a few things to take care of before we face something very troubling to the city. And I immediately thought of you as somebody who might be able to help us.
And she says, where do you need to go? How far?
We need to get to Scornable as quickly as possible.
She says, that's not too far. And she says, there's no teleportation circle there. The wheels are turning as she's thinking. And she says, well, I think something can be arranged. And she says, come with me. And she like turns on her heel and then walks. And again, deliberate hip motion and like the click clack of the heels echo through the acoustics of this church as she leads you off. The three of you.
Laser focus.
I'm sure.
Rosalind's like, do we go or do we give him half an hour?
I think we all have to cut. He waves a hand. He's like,
and she hears that and she just like puts her finger over her shoulder and just kind of does one of these.
Right.
Oh,
Okay, I guess
no,
we're going.
I'll be we have some business to discuss. I'll be right back. I mean,
we don't go?
Wait, do we? She's.
I don't know. I
You
don't
don't know.
what that's
She
supposed
does that to the conversation.
Okay,
but-
I'm gonna make an
Who do you mean?
an insight check. Holy shit!
Yeah,
I
make an
feel
insight
like a
check.
real
What
boy
is
right
that?
now. Natural 20. What does she want? What does that mean?
Women, am I right?
Women.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right? How that works. You get the feeling that she's beckoning all of you for this teleportation, but it's definitely heavily laced
I see.
with a come hither to you.
Yeah.
But you get the feeling with your excellent insight check that she may also be testing you to see which one you think it is.
Oh shit! I'm like, no, we're all coming. This is business. Mm.
Oh, so we're all okay.
Yes.
Come on.
Should
Leo's
I
like,
bring my mouth?
We should
Let's go.
I get
Should-
crazy eyes at midnight. Let's go.
Yeah, let's all go.
I'm like, Poppy's like clip clopping through like the temple, and I'm like, shh.
Yeah, it's clip clopping on the worked stone floor of the temple, horse hooves on the stone floor. And there's like a
crazy eyes is pretty silent.
yeah, especially with his glues.
Forget about it.
Well, the glues, because like you'd have like a very faint suction of like of the pads sticking, but the glues help keep him silent.
Nice.
Oh man, does he have advantage on stealth now?
He does.
Holy shit.
Nice.
At least when it comes,
Dark.
to sound based, like walking based.
We need to get some glues for Poppy, man. She's loud as shit.
I think they'd just be shoes. At that
We
point.
knit her some mufflers.
Yeah, right. Like they're muffled.
I just druid craft some moss on her feet.
Nice.
Okay, anyway, we're going.
So you guys go into a back room, and as you walk through this door, this arcane etched door, it is a cylindrical room with you see symbols on the floor, and it goes up pretty high, and there is arcane etchings all throughout the wall there. And she walks in, and she's not turned around, and she spins on her heel and looks and sees Leo, and then sees the rest of you walk in, and she's like, shame. So
Oh!
You have failed.
and then she says, so Scornabel, you say, and this is for all of you, and she gestures to Leo, to Poppy, to Harley, to Midnight, to Crazy Eyes, Wingman, Pie Gut.
Is that within the realm of possibility?
I also pull out my little El Mirage from my shell, and I'm like,
And
watch him.
just scoot.
So much. You just want, he's really friendly, and I find a good cuddle, when you're going to sleep. But be careful of the horn. That too many times, man, have I been jabbed by that at night. So,
And she is just like, she just rolls her eyes and like reaches out and holds this Almirage. But like, not like you would hold a rabbit, kind of like under the arm, sort of sack of potatoes. Like,
Oh my god, this is so bad.
yeah. So
I love it.
She's just like, well, I can't say today hasn't been interesting.
mhm.
And then she just casts teleport.
Wait. I had a thing I wanted to say.
Too
Oh,
bad. She teleported you.
Floppy.
What fuck? I had a great exit line whenever we land. Leo's like, fuck!
No, I'm
Fucking dumb!
all of a sudden it happens, and then Leo's just like, "Hey, baby." And we're like,
what? Really?
Yep, that happens. And as this happens, you notice that all of you and the expected creatures arrive. However, there's something that wasn't with you when you traveled that's there. And Odella, you notice this tiny, about 1.5 foot tall, black as midnight, not the animal, the metaphor. Or maybe both, depending.
Terrible.
Skeleton, right? Humanoid skeleton with these massive fangs. And it just stands, it looks at you, and it bows.
To me?
To you, and then it stands up, and it's like hands are, interlaced. Its knuckle bones are interlaced as it stands there, seemingly awaiting an order.
Who are you, sir?
And it just bows. It doesn't speak.
I'm gonna take out my sword.
I mean, it doesn't seem like he's.
I touch its forehead.
It's like.
He was like, "What are you? Why have you followed us? Who sent you?" And he's holding the sword to the little thing.
And it just looks to the two of you, and then it bows to Odella again.
Oh.
Did Alyssa send you? Is this some kind of weird punishment?
And it points to Odella, and then it bows again.
Odella, I think
okay.
it wants a name.
I want to make an Arcana check on what the
Sure.
is.
Raz, I feel weird naming what clearly looks to be some sort of sentient creature. It probably already has a name.
I know, he looks like a Gary.
A 16?
You're not sure what this is. It's clearly an animated skeleton of some kind. The fangs are strange.
Did I just become a necromancer?
What else have you been doing while we're gone?
Accidental necromancy.
It doesn't seem to be. I mean, something created it. For what purpose, you don't know. It seems to clearly have some affinity for Odella. But
another dude with a boner for Odella. Shocking.
Do you know where the Primp and Pie is, Gary?
And he just shakes his head to you.
Okay.
Hey Odella.
Yep.
Put the boner in your hole.
No, that's mean.
Okay, this is odd. Well, if it's not doing any harm, I'm happy to guard it as we travel along. Make sure it doesn't make any sudden moves.
I rustle through my pack and I take out a bow. May I?
Is it okay, Gary?
And he seems to look to you for instruction.
Sure, go ahead.
I put a lovely pink bow on Gary.
Okay, Gary has a lovely pink bow.
I love it. Gary, how fast do you walk?
And it kind of shrugs,
Hold up fingers, Gary.
Gary, show me how fast you can walk.
And Gary walks seemingly at a normal pace.
To 30 feet.
Seemingly, yes.
Okay, Gary, get on midnight. I'm going to get on crazy eyes. Let's roll out, guys.
Gary climbs up on midnight.
Awesome.
Let's go.
I knew that we had an extra mount for some reason.
Yep.
This is why I bought 2 mounts.
Yeah.
I knew I was going to get random secret necromancy powers at some point.
So
this happens to me, guys.
You guys continue onward to the Primping Pie, I assume.
Yeah, Leo would like to ask, hey, Odella, Ross, do you think Alyssa was mad at me when we left?
I mean,
she didn't seem
I
great.
don't think she was mad. I think she was disappointed.
yeah, I think you read that a little bit wrong there, Leo.
Yeah, I think that she wanted to do the pleasure before the business.
I didn't want to come on too. And he's gonna be quiet and like stare at his horse. Just like he just didn't know the women so complicated.
Maybe you can send her a letter.
A letter. Yeah. Okay. All right. I can do that. Okay.
I got a pen and paper. We'll deal with this. First, we'll get you a meat pie because that's your favorite, and everything that's stressing you out will be gone because pie fixes everything.
It will be nice to be back.
So, you guys make your way down the street to the Primp and Pie. And you arrive there.
What time of day is it?
It's like 2 o'clock because that was an immediate teleportation, so...
In the afternoon?
Yes.
Okay.
You alright? The answer is no.
We killed Katie.
Oh, I'm fine. Nothing happened. Carry on. That wasn't on the internet.
So, on this whole trip, how does Gary seem? Is he just like...
He seems very chill. He seems to take his keys from you.
Cool.
I like that you just immediately agreed on Gary with me.
Yeah. Seems good.
He didn't oppose it, so... I don't even
You
know
also
that
don't get the
he.
feeling that he could.
I don't even know if it's a he. We should be...
Yeah, this trinket is just like a little, well, I don't know, we can CSI look at its pelvis.
Victor Chuck, is Gary a boy or a girl? That is 15 plus 2 plus a large number. 17 plus 6. 23. Is Gary a boy or a girl?
You know, even with that, you're not entirely sure that Gary's base anatomy is something that's distinguishable to a humanoid male to be female.
Let's not assume his gender at this day and age, okay?
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right. So Gary is a special snowflake.
Mm-hmm.
We're at the Primping Pie.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Then you guys tie up your many mounts out front.
I assume we have a stable.
Yeah,
That just
you
seems
guys-
reasonable.
Before we just roll on into this place with like a skeleton, I'm gonna dress Gary up into some like clothes that I have.
This is
left
Gary,
over.
my small child, with a black skull.
You could buy some like infant clothes, and he'll look, you know.
No. I'll just use regular clothes that
Just put
I
him in a
kinda,
little
like,
pink hat.
zhuzh around him to like, or them.
I mean,
to,
a scarf would work pretty well.
I'll use my arm scarf.
All right, so now there's a little fanged skeleton with inflatable two-man arms, scarf arms floating around, which
Yep.
are bigger than him. Like
Why
if he
is
could
it
control this could helicopter him off the ground. Like,
Gary, I want you to work on it. Really need to work on using those arms,
Hovercraft.
learning how to use them.
Mhm.
I think it could be really helpful to have you help me with things.
and he just nods accordingly. So you guys get off. You put your, I guess you stable your, and then you're gonna head inside.
Mhm.
Yep.
So what is Odella? What's Odella's attire at this point, so that she can change it all the time? Is it like the normal kind of dress that she normally wears?
We will change back to pantsuit because
Oh, all right.
gonna be going inside.
I see. All right.
The boss has returned.
Okay.
Slash other boss as well.
Yeah. All right. So you guys enter into the Primp and Pie, and business seems to be relatively good. You know, people are there about, and you can see your various workers whose names you've all forgotten.
The bartender is Cosmo, and we used to date, and he's great and super hot.
That's
I
right.
remember his name. Boom. Because his signature drink is, of course, a Cosmo, which
Right.
he named himself. They didn't exist until Cosmo made them.
That's fair. All right. So you guys walk in, and you can see like through the back door, I assume. So everybody obviously turns to look, right? Because the back door. And, you know, there's not supposed to be anybody else working today. And then, you know, as with any situation, when the boss walks in, people that were kind of like leaning jerk up to like, yep. Wow, didn't expect a visit from you guys, and it's kind of like
You can be leaning, you can be cleaning.
Oh my god.
And Roswin's like, free pie for everyone.
Yeah, and I'm like, wait, let's close early. Let's party.
yeah. So
Because we're
like
back.
whoever the person behind your front desk is kind of like leans up and is like,
Margaret, apparently.
Margaret.
Leans forward after this happens. She's like, "Oh boy, it sure is nice to see you, Odella, Roswin, and Leo." Like a little too loud, and you hear like shuffling elsewhere in the Primp and Pie. So, alerting other people that you're here, so that not everyone is caught by surprise.
Gotcha. Not
You hear like a couple clinking
secretly
glasses.
giving us away.
No. Some clinking of glasses.
Nice. We have
Things.
fun staff.
I like that they let loose sometimes.
And you see, like, some people, the patrons are like, yeah, free pie! All right!
Woo!
Any patrons I recognize? Wink.
I also immediately go looking
Roll a d20.
for
Yeah.
Floyd, my toad, and Boba.
Was that a 9?
A 9.
There are 4 that you recognize.
Hell yeah.
You're not sure how they all feel about you, but there are 4 that you've clearly gotten to know over your 6 months to 8 months here. And there's like a couple.
Now my groove's off. Like Alyssa just kind of ruined it. I'm just like, oh god.
There's definitely like one girl who's like you get this is the kind of girl you get the feeling who's like probably come by here every day hoping to see you again.
Oh no.
And she's here and she's like, ah! And then there's like a surly looking gentleman, a man's man kind of a gentleman who seems to be like just like the nod when he sees you walk in. And then there's like another guy who just he's like, you can see like the grip tighten on like the mug, like in an anger way.
Sorry, I slept with your wife. I didn't know she was your wife.
And then there is
And yeah, he still comes to our business? Man, we must be good.
We are good.
Unless he's coming here to find you and kill you.
Try.
In which case, still brings in business. Go ahead, Leo.
Yeah, no.
and then
Rivalries, great for business.
there is another woman that like you know that you slept with, but she seems to have like no recollection who you are. Like
What?
just like looks at you and is like,
Ooh.
God, I'm just like feeling so. Yeah, the Alyssa thing. I'm just like, I had an off night. I'm just so. I'm like, I need to go to my room.
The commotion, Odella will slip back out and go upstairs to her office.
okay.
Yeah, official.
Oh, you have an
business.
office too?
Does you remember anything about the layout of our business?
There's a whole floor plan. Both floors.
I remember the floor plan. I got really excited because I saw the little swords hanging on my wall in my room. Like Leo, I am also terribly self-absorbed. I am so sorry, everybody.
It's okay. You don't need to know anything about the office anyway.
He tries to help.
Still in pantsuit mode, I assume.
Yes.
Okay. Gary follows you.
Fair enough. Gary, you seem cool. Come with me.
He comes with you.
And I go and I unlock the vault
Okay.
and check out the vault.
Things seem to be in order.
Okay. There's no like additions or subtractions that I should know about.
No, it doesn't seem to be.
Okay. I'm gonna go in there and I'm going to collect some things.
Okay. You do.
Yep. And I am going to put them together.
Uh-huh.
And I think they're still gonna be like being home for a little while. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna write a letter
Okay.
and I'm going to mail a package. I'm gonna leave find like a place to like send out
Sure, there's a courier service.
mail, and then I'm going to mail a package.
We have a post office?
Apparently.
Okay, Leo is trying to write an apology letter.
Leo's never probably had to do this before.
He's never done this before. He's like, it was a mistake to go back. You never go back.
Where are you writing this, Leo?
Around. Do we have like a lounge area on the first floor? Otherwise, I'm in my room with the door open, like on my bed, like trying to write, and then like throwing it.
There's a courtyard. There's a pie and bar area. There's multiple bathhouses, and then there's like a foyer and a hallway. There's not really like a lounge, but there's like an outdoor courtyard.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bar. I'm gonna talk to Cosmo about my problems, because he always knows what to tell me.
Cosmo pours you a drink.
Yes, I know, and I translate that as he always has the best advice as I get shit-faced and try to write this letter.
Roswin appears at your side, and she scoots over a piece of paper that says, "Dear Mom."
What?
She's like, "You should write to your mom too." Said that you hadn't talked to her in a long time.
Oh, what is happening to me today? Leo like looks at you. He's like, this is he's had a couple. This is not a good day. You know, it's weird being here. Like, this is my house, but it's not my house, and I have to write my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And this Alyssa's mad. Are you okay? Are you mad? Is Odella mad? I can't tell anymore. She's got this thing going on and she won't tell me about it. You know, I feel like every time I try to get close, she just scoots away. What is it with people doing that, you know?
You know, well, first off, I would like to point out that the reason that Odella's hair is so big is because it's full of secrets.
Sure.
What?
So just don't worry about her. Bottom line is that she likes us a lot, but she's got her own shit going on. She's got a very crazy past, don't we all? But you know, honestly, if we didn't have days like this, days where you had to have a lot of relations wouldn't seem so amazing in comparison. But
Yeah.
you know what's going to be super great?
What?
Getting to know how happy your mom will be when she sees that you're doing okay.
Yeah. No.
Yeah?
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Absolutely right.
Buddy.
Here, have another pink one, Cosmo.
Yep, and drinks appear.
They are the fruitiest and the pinkiest and the best Cosmos ever.
Thank you. And she just kind of sits there and she writes in her own journal with a giant sunflower the size of a person and a toad sitting
It
next to her.
doesn't faze me at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm drunk. I'm basically drunk fantasy texting people. I'm like, Mom, I love you so much. And Alyssa, I'm sorry. I can't. It's horrible.
The real question is, how many of these actually get sent?
Oh,
The mom one's getting sent.
But the problem is, does the drunken text that Leo, who's totally off his game, think is a good idea to send to Alyssa, get sent to Alyssa? Because if it does, I need to know that. Because fun things can happen for me.
my inclination would be no, but I don't know, Roz, are you making me send these?
She doesn't care so much about the Alyssa one because she's seen you with so many people that she's like, who's Alyssa, honestly, other than that hot babe in a cat suit. But she 100%, the second that you write like from Leo or love Leo, whatever you write, she's like fold it up in an envelope, stamp, like, all right, see you later, I'll be back.
Okay, so she takes the mom one. The Alyssa ones don't go out.
Okay. They're there for you to read when you're sober in the
When
morning.
I'm sober. Oh, yeah.
Like, thank God.
And I'm like, oh, wow. Leo's like, I need help. I need to find a stable relationship. Oh, my God.
So,
Yeah.
all this happens. and Odella sends her packages. You guys send your drunken texts, etc. And then what?
I'm just messaging Ted.
I got them all.
Okay.
You're so secret.
Harper agent. That's what's up.
And then I'll go back and talk to
Margaret.
Margaret
So
to see if the man came back.
You come in and you see that during this, as you've been sending your letter and you come back in after you're done in your office, flanked by Gary, that Leo and Roswin are both drunk at the bar and, writing letters and just having that conversation that, like, someone who's drunk that, like, really screwed up a relationship with somebody else who's also drunk, who doesn't really know that much about that kind of relationship, is providing advice. And, like, Cosmo is just there, like, cleaning the perpetual never-ending glass, just providing drinks. Yeah. And then there's also a menagerie of animals.
Yep.
And then there's, like, one or two patrons.
Animals are in the tavern?
Apparently.
Yeah. It's only 2. And first of all,
is the toad in the tavern?
Yeah.
But it's fine. He's fine. Look at him. He's fine.
He looks great.
Look, he's so cute.
He's my son.
What is that? It's her son.
Do the thing. And he's like
you guys are laughing. So you guys are having this conversation and laughing, and like there's definitely like one patron who's definitely like clearly paying attention and just laughing at watching, like the person who people watches drunk people and is just loving every minute of this.
You're good, people.
Yeah.
Thank you. Moon baths soon to come.
Moon baths.
Moon bathing.
It's
baby.
gonna be great, and it's not what you think. It's something else.
It's like in your bath, not a fart.
Leo's dying. Wait, Odella. Can we see her?
Yeah, you can see her.
You're great. And this is great. And you're just so talented. And we're gonna help you with whatever you don't want to tell us about.
Tomorrow.
You have my sword. Where's my sword?
And my staff.
Does she still have hairs on her?
Yeah, she does. But okay. I will also tell you that at this point, Margaret, you had brought it up, and then you kind of got like side distracted.
Yeah, I saw a toad in the tavern.
But Margaret will tell you that he's come back every day, asking for you.
Around what time?
And she like looks at the clock, sundial. I don't know. The shade of the sun.
We have enough money to buy a clock, okay?
Yeah, I guess you did have.
We bought.
You did have enough money to buy a clock.
Artificer, probably.
She says actually right about now.
Oh shit!
Oh,
and then there's a knock at the door.
Why he's knocking is a business. You just come in.
Oh yeah, Leo, I guess that's true. And then the door swings up. The door swings open, and I assume you guys have like bell or chimes or something.
Yes.
The wind chimes as the door opens, and in walks a man, an elderly man, elderly but seasoned as well. Clearly someone that's experienced much in his time. A face straight out of your past, Odella, that rockets you back to a time you fought so hard to forget, but yet to also remember so as to not forget what else happened. And he looks you right in the face and sees your sloppy, drunken friends, and he says, well, You're finally here. I've been looking for you for a long, long time.
What do you want?
Shit.
What the fuck's that?
And
Odella is like half rubbing her temple and like half trying to look like she doesn't care. Like,
and he like looks to your sloppy friends, and then he like rolls his eyes back to looking at you, and he says, "I just wanted to see how one of our finest students, what she was able to accomplish, as we've been taking new methods with our new with the new repertoire of students that we have. We've been trying all sorts of new things, but I wanted to see how one of our oldest and most promising was doing. Clearly you've made quite the name for yourself, and you probably have us to thank for that. We
has
trained
nothing
you.
to do with you.
We made you strong, clearly.
Okay. Leo's
And like
gonna...
there is a tension through this whole bar.
Yeah. Leo is gonna stand. He's gonna like stand up on the table, kind of right himself, and like move
A little bit.
Yeah. He's like, and like hang on to the wall and be like, and stand menacingly behind
You
Odella.
can make me an intimidation check at disadvantage because you're drunk.
I would like
That
to
is
aid
fair.
this roll so that it's straight by
Oh, we hold each other.
wild shaping.
I don't know if that's more intimidating.
Yeah,
I don't think it is.
I'm gonna wild shape into a dire wolf and growl.
You can still make
Oh,
me an
wow.
intimidation check at disadvantage. I would
Okay.
say it's a disadvantage.
With
It's a
disadvantage,
drunk
I still have a 15.
Okay.
And I'm like, wolf.
And he's just like pfft, at you guys, like not even concerned. And he's like, "Well, it's been lovely to see you, Odella. Perhaps you'd like to stop by your old home and see what wonders we've accomplished. There's been so many new arrivals. And hopefully their better understanding of the sacrifice and the suffering one needs to have to be great." And he'll just like walk backwards out of the place.
I'll see you tomorrow.
And he says, "Good, we'll be waiting."
Rosamund says, "What a douchebag."
Odella, do you want me to go kick that guy's ass? Because I'm really in the mood.
Not right.
Like,
I
"Woo!"
don't think that you guys are putting up a very good front right now. We'll wait till tomorrow. And she leaves and goes upstairs and goes to her room and like locks the door.
Gary follows you.
Thanks, Gary. You're my one steadfast in all of this. My party let me down.
Leo is just like, oh my god, Alyssa and Odella, what am I doing?
Great. Now Leah's having an identity crisis.
Leo's like, everybody's disappointed in me.
Rosamund puts her paws on his shoulder and goes, with his cheek.
Thanks, Roswin. You're a true friend. I think you're the only person I understand in this mad world. Right, Margaret? You know.
On the way out, she'll also tell Margaret, don't let him back in here ever again.
And she looks to the frog and she's like, "You heard her."
Is he really that good of a... Oh, never mind.
You didn't hire her, but that's what Roswin said, so that's the only bouncer you've had.
Yeah.
I left Margaret in charge of hiring more staff if they needed it.
Oh, that's true. That's true. My mistake. So they would have definitely had people to cover shifts, but it's a pie bathhouse. A bouncer is not like top of the list.
No, I'm sure the frog does well enough with its like.
It's creepy. It's a big ass frog.
He can swallow people.
He can swallow like halflings.
And then forcibly remove them. It's a good bouncer. I'm not gonna.
Yeah. The best, most useful animal companion I've ever had. Let's
Terrifying.
after I console Leo with a sloppy lick. I'm going to.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm going to go upstairs and then wild shape again into an ant and crawl underneath her door and upside her bed and then turn back into Roswin and just be like, hey, I feel like we messed up in there, but I didn't know that they were gonna come like here. You didn't specify like today. So I was helping Leo out with the thing, but tomorrow it's all about you, baby.
Also, you see this when this wolf left, it's like a dog standing up in a car. So it's like trying to make its drunk wolf make its way up the stairs.
Oh shit, who put this many stairs here?
Anyway, but then this happens. So you and Gary see Rosalind drop from the ceiling and say all this to you.
Odella's just crying. She's sitting on her bed and crying, and she's got her ring out.
And Gary is like handing you tissues.
God, Gary, it's the best thing in my life right now.
Oh, Gary.
But she has her ring out that's like softly saying like the bedtime story to her.
And Rosalind's just like grabs her face and does this thing to like windshield wiper some tears off her face, and she goes, I really want to be super helpful and supportive right now, but unfortunately I've had so much to drink. But
and at this point, Gary climbs up onto Odella's shoulder, still holding a tissue in one hand, and he just like
fuck off, Gary.
Points
this is my moment.
He points at you, and he like points a finger to his mouth, and he points at the door.
Gary's best.
I think around this time, Leo has drinking like 6 glasses of water and has decided it's a great idea to knock on Odella's door. So at this point, there's knocking sound, and Leo's like, Odella,
worst.
Are you here? I need to say I'm sorry, Odella.
I get up and I unlock the door, and I'm like, cuddle puddle.
Oh my god. He looks and he sees you.
And Gary shrugs and hands Odella another tissue.
Listen, like I was saying before Gary so rudely interrupted me, we love you, and we fucked up today, and I'm gonna own that.
We love you.
Yeah.
And we fucked up today.
That's what I fucking said. So
I'm just
tomorrow
emphasizing.
we're gonna thank you.
Mm.
And we're gonna sober up. I'm not gonna have any more drinks. And tomorrow, you, me, Leo, not Gary, we're gonna go.
Gary shakes
Who
his head.
are you? Who are you, Gary?
Yeah, fuck off, Gary. We're gonna
No,
go.
he's cool. He's fine.
Only because of the bow I put
Before
on.
you can finish, Odella will put a hand on both of your shoulders, twin lesser restoration on you, because I actually found out that I have that spell already.
Yeah, there you go.
And then be like, please just leave. And like attempt to spin you around even though she's not very strong.
You
and, like,
both
push you
immediately
both
sober up when she casts this on you. Like it's gone. You are
I
sober.
would like to resist the push out.
All right. Make me an athletics check, Odella, versus an acrobatics or athletics check from Roswin, and I don't know what Leo's thoughts are.
She can push me out if she
Okay.
wants. That's fair.
Alright.
After the day he's had.
I'm doing athletics.
That's you have to. Yeah.
Ooh, 15.
I got a 13 plus 4 for my guidance. So I win.
Yeah, so you push Leo away, who seems to more or less let you push him away. Roswin resists.
And she's like, no, Odella, stop pushing us out of your life. Just because you're sad doesn't mean we're not here for you. You can't just every time that you're like, oh, emotions, hide something or try to get rid of us. We're here for the long haul. And yeah, we were fucking drunk, but we're not anymore. Stop it.
Seconded.
Yeah, you're outside. You didn't even resist. Fuck off, Leo.
Okay. Hang on. All right, we need to get something square. right here. I know I'm new to this group, but we put our lives on the line every single fucking day to each other. If you two were in a soldier camp for 5 seconds, you wouldn't last with the amount of secrets and bullshit in this group. We are together in this, and we need to know what we're going to be facing. And we need to be able to deal with each other's shit like it was our own.
God
So
damn it,
I'm
you're
ready.
charismatic. Fine, get back in here. Odella, deal.
Fine.
We're here.
I
and we
will.
love you.
Yes. We're all standing in this room, looking at each other.
Well,
I don't know. You seem to think that I keep so many secrets from you. What do you want to know?
Who was that asshole who came in here earlier?
I don't actually know his name. Because I didn't write it in my backstory. So, what is his name, Ted?
Well, then why was he here?
His name is... Let's pick a good name for this guy.
okay, I know that we're sober in game now, but I only had like 1 shot left, so I'm gonna finish this because I don't quit.
Go for it.
Good for you.
You're a winner. With your little boot.
You little boop boop. Cute.
His name is Boyd.
Boyd.
What an asshole.
Oh, God, that's awful.
Boyd. Fuck
Boyd?
you.
Of course he's an asshole. His name's Boyd.
His name's Boyd. He can't help it. He was born that way.
His mom and dad decided it for him. So, okay. Right. So this guy, obviously some guy from your past. So he invited you there to see the new recruits. So what's the plan? We're gonna fuck some shit up, right? They weren't good to you.
I don't have a plan. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I thought I would have a plan when this happened, but I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants, as the expression goes.
They're really nice pants, objectively. But the point is, Glitter's never failed us. Let's fucking go in there and wreck their shit.
Yeah, you're calling the shots here, but we need to know where you need us.
The people we'd be wrecking their shit are people that they've brainwashed and tortured, and I don't know that going in there and just destroying people who don't know any better is the right way to go.
You're absolutely right, and like I said, you tell us the lead, give us the information, and we'll work accordingly.
But I mean, I've just worked with the Harpers for so long. It just seems like going in there and gathering information is the first step. But after that, I don't really know.
Right? Then how do we help you do that?
Don't be drunk.
Oh, this doesn't happen all the time, okay? This is bad.
Leo will walk up to you and be like, I fucked up today. This is not what you signed me on for. I've been a mess, and I sincerely apologize for that. I will be what you need me to be. Just give me some kind of sign. Let me know. I'm not as smart as you are, and I need a little guidance.
Don't sell yourself short, Leo.
Well,
but I don't know.
Well, guys, I know that I may come off as a little ditzy sometimes, but if what you're saying is that people are brainwashed and we want to gather information, tomorrow when I wake up and I commune with nature and I get all of my spells, I got some shit, man. I can do greater restoration if they're really like mad. I can do Gias if we can get somebody in a room and we can get some eyes on the inside and we can start there. Whatever you want to do, we can get people on our side.
I also have significant talents in that direction. they served me well, getting to where I am. But manipulation of emotions and minds is something I'm familiar with.
That's good. That's maybe we can do something. I certainly can leverage some of the things that I've learned over the years, hopefully. If
Of course we can do something. We're the Belladonnas. We always do something, even if it's stupid as shit.
We'll make this work, Odella. We'll help these people. You can count on that.
Thank you. Like I said, I don't mean to keep secrets from you. It's just second nature at this point. I sense if there's anything that you want to know about me, please ask.
I will compose a list and deliver it to you in the morning.
Fair enough. We have been together for quite some time.
I'll let you know when I have big asks. How about that?
Just when we talk, don't hold back. Lord knows I don't.
I don't either. It's actually embarrassing how much I don't.
Yeah,
Or you,
you're a
Russ.
mess sometimes, especially.
I'm.
Yeah, maybe you guys should not tell me so much stuff about yourself. That would
That's
also
not gonna happen.
That's-
We're
that
family.
would
No, that's fair.
great.
No, it's all out
Okay.
there. You know what? Group hug. Put it all out there. Put those emotions out there. Group hug everybody. Bring it in. Gary,
Okay.
not you.
No,
Gary can come. He's weird.
has
but-
endeared himself to me.
He's all bony. He's not even good to hug. I don't like Gary, guys. I don't think he can be a belladonna.
And he puts his hands on his hips and looks at you. And you-
No.
Oh,
Gary, you can come in. Come in, buddy.
I go on the opposite side of Gary, so we're not hugging.
Okay.
How does Pygot feel about Gary?
Oh yeah.
Pygot seems... You get the feeling that Pygot seems a little perturbed in that he can't penetrate Gary's mind with images.
That's
Oh,
because
no.
Gary's so dumb.
Why does Russ hate Gary so much? It's
Gary told
amazing.
Gary told me to leave. We're
Yeah,
arch nemesis now.
Roswin got scolded, and she doesn't
Ooh.
like being
I'm
scolded.
in an angsty phase, okay? I don't like authority.
Okay. So there we go. That was that.
Let's go on these missions for the authorities. But I don't like them.
I like Dylan though. He's chill.
I don't know how I feel about Dylan yet, but that's
Whatever.
fine.
You got like a treant army. Thoughts on Dylan aside, that's badass. Just don't bring fire to the party.
Good
Dylan-
thing,
Fire's so cool.
good thing dragons
Fine.
don't have fire. Whew.
Yep. None of them. Not even one.
Not even one of them.
Not
I mean,
even one that I
I
traveled
feel like
with for a year.
lightning entries doesn't do very well either, or acid entries probably doesn't. work.
Really,
Yeah,
most
those
things in
things.
trees
Or-
don't do well.
Listen, they're still hella cool.
So, you guys are going to sleep tonight, I assume?
Yeah, I'm just gonna talk with Floyd for a little bit.
I invite them all to come into my bed, Leo, in a non-sexual way, since this usually happens when we're home anyway, is that I end up in a bed with a giant toad at some point, and I don't like it, but it's gonna happen, so might as well accept it.
Roswin big spoons you, even though she's a lot tinier than you.
She's still got that
Aw.
shell, so it's, you know.
She's got that shell and she's got two giant ass wings. But in the middle of the night,
Odella insists that you take the shell off and take a bath.
first of all, wow. I thought you liked my look.
It's a very good look. for-
Okay, I take a bath. We're the fucking Primping Pie.
Hmm. Are you okay with non-sexual cuddles? Because Leo's definitely a cuddle boy.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Are
It's
you
all
gonna be the
cuddles.
little spoon? She's the middle spoon.
Leo's cool with whatever, man. Whatever you need.
Nice. We're a perfect group, guys.
Hmm. Middle
So-
spoon.
That's what Odella wanted.
In the middle of the night.
Odella, what does Odella want? Odella needs this. I'm sorry, Raz.
I feel
Odella
like
needs this.
She
Big
has
little.
to be the middle because you can't like. I feel like with Roswin's wings, it would be awkward to like big spoon her.
It's true.
So I don't know, and I think that Roswin wouldn't big spoon Leo. So
All I've
much.
ever known. Yeah, that's weird. No, thank you. He's my
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah, no.
I think Odella's like forced into the middle by like proxy.
In the
Leo is a
middle of the
great
night,
cuddler.
Roswin whispers into Odella's ears just as Odella's about to fall asleep. She's like, "Were you in love with Mir?"
I already told you no.
I didn't believe you, but after that talk, now I do. Okay, good night.
Who's Mir?
Oh my god. She's like a cat lady. She's so cute.
Were you in love with a cat lady?
I think she was. I think
No.
she's lying.
Oh.
Like this conversation is happening over top
Yeah,
of
we're all
Odella.
like leaned in. Okay.
No, I was not in love with Mir. She just came along at a very weak moment for me, and she wanted to snuggle, and it was nice and warm. We were on the road, and there was nothing.
That's how like 90% of my relationships start.
I think
So-
we were in a relationship. Do you want to talk about that?
It's totally cool. I mean, you know, being on the asexual spectrum is like totally, you know, embrace it. I think that's fine. You can still have relationships without sex.
Mhm.
Snug.
I mean, while you guys were gone, I did go on a date.
Shut
What?
the front
Wait,
door!
who?
Give me the deeds. I sit right up.
I'm sorry, what?
Go on. Gary, go get us some drinks. I mean, no, we're not drinking. Go get us some tea.
Gary looks to you, Odella.
Gary, go get like the bottle of the most least alcoholic thing that you could find.
Okay, Gary hops up out of bed and
Like
runs.
peach schnapps. Get us some peach schnapps.
And Gary like
As Gary walks
salutes.
out, I flip him off.
Also, Gary sleeps at the foot of the bed.
Okay.
How'd
Gary
this date go?
Gary comes back eventually, but you guys can have your conversation. He's got little legs. He's gonna get down those stairs.
It's fine.
Who's the
Aw.
lucky guy or gal or in between?
Well, you know him.
Do I?
Do I?
Yes. I mean, we just work with him so much. I just
Spit it out!
Is it Leo's in? Did you
It's
totally?
Yosin, yeah.
Oh my
I don't
God.
like his mustache. It's really weird.
I mean, hey,
It's fine.
it's
Does it tickle when you
fine.
kiss? Did you kiss?
Did you do
Maybe.
other stuff?
Did you
No.
do? Did
Why
you-
not?
What? You're asking too many questions. I can't hear you.
We're just like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Somehow we're all suddenly wearing matching pajamas.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
Yeah, so okay, how the fuck did this happen?
Hmm.
I grabbed the bottle from Gary.
Gary
Right.
pulls it. Gary withdraws it from you and doesn't let you get it, and hands it to
I would-
Odella.
I would like to contest this pullback.
Go ahead and make me an acrobatic or an
you're
athletics
gonna
check.
rip his arms off.
No, he's a skeleton. Boy.
10 plus 4 plus.
Well, it's getting hot in here. I gotta take my jacket
Oh
off.
my God.
17.
Gary wrests it away from you,
Fuck you, Gary.
and he
Oh,
gives
wow.
it to Odella, and he like at you, and he gives it to Odella.
He really doesn't like you.
The
He's
greatest.
my arch nemesis now. I pull the bull off of Gary.
And he kind of gives you like a gesture, like "Fine, I didn't want it anyway."
Whoa. This
Oh,
little snot.
This is saucy. I'll take the bottle and like
This is my first arch nemesis, guys. Actually, my second. My
Take it.
second arch nemesis.
And he like, as soon as you take the bottle, he like has a glass for you if you want it.
oh, thank you, Gary, and I'll take it because I'm a lady.
Yeah.
And I'll pour myself a glass and then hand whoever wants it a bottle.
Yeah. I'll hold the bottle.
Roswin's just like glaring.
His empty sockets glare back.
You don't
Oh.
have eyes, you bitch.
I have never seen Roswin
Like,
hate something with this intensity. It is great.
And he smiles, but he's always smiling because he's a skeleton, so you don't know if he's smiling or not.
oh God.
Nobody thinks your smile's cute. You're creepy. And I turn back to Odella.
Gary, I think your smell is cute.
Shut the fuck up, Odella. Tell me what you were gonna talk about.
Yeah.
Leosin, how did it happen?
Yeah, let's move swiftly. What happened? Why? How?
How big's his wiener?
How big?
I heard that's a question that people ask.
I hear tall, skinny. Well, I mean, I don't hear. I know. Tall, skinny men. Right?
I didn't
Have you
see
heard
his
that?
wiener because, you know, it was just one date.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
So that's
uh,
about right.
As from what I've learned from Leo, that means that you guys have already had intercourse, maybe twice.
no.
Don't call it intercourse. It's weird when you do that.
What do you call it?
Sex. You just had sex. It's
I'd
just
rather
weird.
not call it that. So you didn't have intercourse?
Oh my God. Sex. Did
No.
you not have sex? That's ridiculous.
No.
Okay. Well, is he nice? Is he kind to you? Is he a good person?
I would say yes. I mean, I don't think we would be working with him if he wasn't a good person.
I don't.
We've been deceived.
You're curious. I asked him out to dinner. And
Oh, you asked him out.
yes. I
Forward?
Oh.
You're such
Okay.
a modern lady.
did. We have like loads upon loads of money. I felt weird. So I took him out.
But wait, did he offer to pay?
He did.
Okay, well then it's cool.
Okay. Polite.
Yeah,
But
Polite as hell.
To be fair, the place that I took him, I spent 150 gold on the.
girl, whatever. As far as I'm concerned,
No.
nothing.
But yeah, I found out his favorite pie is coconut cream pie because I thought that would be important.
Oh shit.
You know?
Is he a
Rosalind
good-
takes out a notebook. It's just
Is he a good dancer? That's how you can really tell.
Yes.
Dance?
I wouldn't have pegged him for it. All right.
I mean,
very
he's a
light
monkey,
on his
he's
feet.
dexterous, you know? But like, can we get back to that weird mustache? Did you kiss him?
Yes.
Did it tickle?
No.
Okay, that's good because I don't like being tickled. It's not
I
cool.
kind of liked the mustache. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I've seen a full beard look nice, but I don't know about just like.
All right. So we should probably. Okay, we're just gonna talk about the mustache for the rest of the night. That feels about right. Before we go to sleep,
Just a big argument about the mustache.
about the mustache.
Let's write a sheet of pros and cons.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah,
I think
and then eventually we fall asleep with like
we
the
fall
lip
asleep
on
in
my
a cuddle puddle.
Yeah,
It's beautiful. Gary's at the foot of the bed.
I hope
I
Crazy
kick
Eyes
him off.
sleeps underneath the bed.
Oh, crazy eyes. Is here
Just
too.
kidding. He's
Nice.
probably on the awning over top, hanging down, looking at us.
He's the pan out
Big
view, like
boys.
over the Primp and Pie, like for the last shot
Oh my
of the
god!
evening.
Does he fall in love with my toad?
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know how they feel about interspecies stuff. I have to figure that out.
Yeah,
Reptiles
Well,
and amphibians.
that's another side plot.
Yeah.
yeah. So I think that's that
Okay.
evening, Ted, because I feel like Ted's fourth wheeling this episode. So what's up, DM?
I mean, I'm also first wheeling most of these, so it's really whatever. Listen, I got to wreck Leo's confidence. I'm doing good.
Yeah, no, Leo feels like shit. That's fine.
So yeah, you wake up in the morning, and there is breakfast provided for Leo and Odella by Gary.
Fuck.
Oh,
go down to the
damn.
kitchen and
Rosalind,
I talk to my
yes.
baker friend, and I'm like, make me a quiche.
Rosalind, if you just apologize to him, I'm sure he
I'll
would
never apologize.
forgive you.
Leo's like, have some toast. He's like shoving the food at you, like,
She's eating it, but she's still glaring. She's like,
angry toast.
this is great because I just randomly picked the name Gary, but then if I think about it, I think that's the name of like the guy that everyone hates in Rat Queens, the comic.
Yeah. And everybody hates him Pokemon, so you know.
Oh man, smell you later, he'd say, but he doesn't
You,
have a
Gary.
nose. Smell
Gary
you
was
later,
so much-
Roz.
He was so much hotter than Ash, though. Let's be real.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Absolutely.
even though he was 11, he did have a convertible and an entourage of chicks everywhere he went.
Yeah,
Also, I
and-
think the chicks drove the car because he
Yeah.
couldn't drive.
And way better hair. So
For sure. You knew he was edgy because of that angle.
He also was a way better Pokemon trainer. Let's be
he
real.
was. Yeah, he picked way better Pokemon.
He
Ash was
also knew
stupid.
how to. He's not like, hey, this is really good. Be free. Go do this thing. He's like, no,
Oh,
this
yeah.
is like
He's
good.
like, let's keep you a Pikachu. I'd be like, bitch, you're evolving.
Yeah. Well, the minute Ash let go of his Butterfree, I was like, fuck you.
Oh my god. Bye
So
bye, Butterfree.
stupid.
Are you kidding me?
You know, that episode made me cry as a child. I was weeping. I was sobbing. I was emotionally disturbed. Fuck you,
We were
Ash.
connected to that Caterpie, and then he just lets
Yes.
him go. Granted, he let him go to get laid, but still.
I mean, that's a good friend.
I guess Leo would respect that.
So, when you go, did you go downstairs, Rosalind, to get a quiche?
Yeah, I went down to get a fucking key.
So, when you go downstairs,
Sure.
it is, well, I was gonna say it's dark, but there's windows, so it's not dark.
Great.
But there is, none of the staff is there. And standing in the main floor is the man you recognize from yesterday and 4 others in similar attire.
I hope you're not in your nightie.
No, I put my shell back on.
Okay.
And I like look at him and I note that I'm not going to get breakfast. And I take a jasmine flower as I'm glaring at him from my staff and I put it in my mouth and I eat. So I'm full for the rest of the day.
Oh, so intimidating.
Important.
Hey man, girls gotta eat.
True.
You notice they all are wearing, none of them seem to be wielding weapons of any kind, that at least that nothing that you can see. And they all have these kind of very plain, very unremarkable white robes. And they all have a symbol kind of like somewhere on their body of 2 hands kind of crossed like this, entwined with red ribbon. And he looks at you and he says, oh good, well, we were tired of waiting and I need you to roll for initiative.
Oh my god, did they kill our staff? Oh my god, is Margaret dead?
Mags!
Mags!
Where is your toad's up in our bed?
Oh, me? Yeah, no, I'm totally all snuggled up in your shit, like snoring.
No,
I'm
we're
gonna
eating
tell-
breakfast.
You're eating breakfast
3.
provided by
Oh,
Gary.
right,
So
right, I forgot.
15 for initiative.
15 for Roswin.
I forgot to
I
use
was
it.
going to.
Oh, that's not bad. Here's my character sheet.
That'll be a 13 for Leo.
I wasn't prepared. I have an 18.
Leo had a 13.
Yes.
Odella had an 18.
Yeah.
I guess
Okay.
I don't need to speak with plants today.
So
Okay, I'm good.
you guys are, for all intents and purposes, Leo and Odella, you are. I have where you are in the order,
Mhm.
but so it's gonna go through the order
Mhm.
when you guys are alerted that there is combat.
I was gonna say, like, we don't know anything.
You don't
Sorry.
know anything right now.
I'm eating
so
my delicious breakfast that apparently Gary just made for me.
I know, Gary's amazing. No, I mean, like,
and it's
in that
well
toast-
crafted. It's a well crafted breakfast.
I don't know where you came from, Gary, but like you are.
There's
like,
orange juice, there's coffee, and
Yeah,
tea.
Leo's looking at Odella like, I know Roz has a problem,
Like-
but like I'm totally okay. Hey Gary, my man.
Like you
it's
get the
fine.
feeling that normally he would only make this for you, Odella, but he was making a point.
I like it. Also, in this like weird moment where we're not not knowing that like Roswin's downstairs being murdered. I ask Philandris if he knows where Gary came from.
Okay, make me a religion check.
That is 15.
Okay, so you don't get obviously a direct answer, as nothing is ever direct. But the general vibe that you get is that, you know, all creatures, great and small, have a purpose. And some reject what their original purpose was in an opportunity for redemption. And you think that, for whatever reason, at this particular moment, Valandris has saw fit to bestow upon you one of these creatures, one that is seeking to reject their original purpose and seek redemption for the side of good and helping the only way he knows how.
Oh my god, I just give him a hug.
Yeah.
Gary.
Little
Gary,
buddy.
buddy.
Still evil.
Don't worry, we'll get you redeemed. We'll get you back to the side of good, and then you can live happily in your afterlife, hopefully not serving somebody.
Well, so Roswin, it is you're downstairs. You casually eat your jasmine flower, and then you see these. They all kind of ready themselves in a situation that seems to be combat oriented.
Sure.
And the Boyd, who you know to be Boyd, even though an elderly man, rushes towards you with a speed that you would never take for someone of this size. And he rushes forward, and at the end of this run, just comes at you with fists unarmed and just goes to punch into you.
Sure. We fighting monks.
Like
That
a holy
sucks.
monk?
I'm not ready for monks.
Yell!
Don't bother, man.
Yell, baby!
Well, we'll get there. So that is a 30.
Yeah, that hits.
Does that hit? Cool. So he strikes out. You know what? No, he's not gonna do that. He's gonna go for a big gun at the gate. So you watch as he reaches back with that hand. A swirling kind of. It's a mixture of sort of like a black and white cookie energy, right? It's a mixture. A yin yang
cookie?
Yeah, it looks just like it. It comes back and it's not a yin yang, right? It's split down the middle. And then he reaches out and he just hits you right in the chest, and it's not a punch. It's like an open palm strike. But right around your heart. Now you feel like you're probably okay because you have a turtle shell. But you're wrong. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
No.
You're wrong.
Okay. 16 plus 3, 19.
19. So, 19 is the number, I believe.
No.
No. 19 was the number. You made it.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you will take half.
I forget what it's like to be on the other side of a saving throw.
Yeah.
You will take
Sorry, Tank isn't there.
75 points of necrotic damage. That's half.
Holy shit.
What?
75 is half?
Yes.
Okay, so I've got 8 points.
Did he crit?
No. This is something else.
Okay. Great.
And you hear just like the sound of an impact of like you guys from upstairs hear like the of like wind being sucked in and then forcibly expelled, and you hear the glass shatter on the first floor.
Holy shit. I'm running out there. I'm gonna grab my sword. I don't have time to put on my armor. I'm gonna grab my sword.
And Odella, you're actually up next in the
No.
order.
Okay. So we heard that. I'm going to look concernedly at Leo.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab the lion statues, activate them, and like
Lions appear.
Send them downstairs, and then I'll quicken haste and cast it on Leo.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. All right. So, you watch as these two lions appear in the room and bound through the door, and you feel your body hum with energy as you undergo the haste spell. So downstairs, Roswin, you watch as over your shoulder leap two lions, pouncing at this gentleman. So
Right.
we'll see what happens.
I've never been this close to death the entire time I've played.
Holy God, yeah.
You're welcome, guys.
The lions have 2 attacks, or they have pounce, but they have 2 attacks.
They have pounce.
So pounce. All right. So he's got to make. So the lions try to pounce at him, leaping over you, Roswin. They don't hit with, or they pounce, but they don't manage to knock him down. And you watch as they go out to hit him, and he just basically like wax on, wax off, blocks these lion bites. But you see, he doesn't seem to be even the least bit nervous about like pushing their mouths away with his hand. I don't know if you guys have ever seen people when like certain sharks come at them, they just kind of push the shark face away.
Just boop.
Yeah, and he basically does that to the lions. They land next to you. You're now flanked by these two lions, who, you know, does help to bolster your mood a little bit. Your friends are clearly aware something's happening.
And I'm also going to move by... I'm just going to be crazy because I'm concerned.
Yeah,
and I already heard all the windows downstairs, so we're already replacing windows, but I'm going to like book it out my window to get downstairs quicker.
Jump out your window?
Yeah. I will put my wings out so I don't like fall to my death.
Well, you used a bonus action to haste.
Oh God, that's right.
So you just jump out the window.
I jump out the window. It's only like 10 feet up.
Yeah, so you will take 5 points of falling damage as you but you land on your feet. You know your legs buckle. You get that jolt, and you are outside. It's only 5 feet to move to the window, and then you hit the ground, and you have a few feet after that. So you can basically move around to the front door, we'll say.
Okay, that's
and you can see in the front door in the broken out windows that there is Boyd and 4 others whom some you recognize, some you don't, and Roswin looking very injured, flanked by your lions.
Okay.
Roswin.
That's all I can do.
Wait, did Celeste get a turn?
So she does in the initiative order. Leo is coming up next.
Oh, Ross hasn't gone yet.
Nope.
No. Okay. So I will cast Blight on him.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
All right. Go ahead, and he's gonna make a con save.
Let's see. That is con.
All right. He's got a words. I'll get there. Hang on. A 24.
Okay. So I have damage. So 5, 3, 8 plus 4 is 12 plus 4 is 16. Halved is 8, and then I'm going to bonus action for the first time cast Sanctuary on myself using my shell.
Okay, you do. You cast Sanctuary on yourself, and you, even though things hurt this much, you do feel a little safer.
Okay.
Okay, next up is Leo.
Okay, so what do I need to do to get to where this asshole is? Like, can I get there in one movement with haste?
Yeah, I'll say, yeah, you have 60 feet of movement with haste.
Okay. So I'm gonna
burst down the stairs, and you can see...
I'm gonna pick up my sword and my shield, and I think that's all. I can't get into my armor. in this
Correct.
amount of time. So just gonna grab and run down.
Okay, so you run down the stairs. So, just as a point of fact, your AC will be 10 plus your dexterity modifier, plus 2 for your shield, plus 2 from haste.
+1 for my fighting style.
Plus 1
As
for
long
your
as I
fighting
have
style.
a shield. So
Right. So that's where you're at, and then
17?
I think that sounds about right. We'll call it 17.
17.
So you get to the top of the stairs, and you can see with plenty of movement left, Roswin seemingly clinging to life here as this Boyd character, his hand still outstretched, and the energy has subsided. You see the broken glass all blown outside. The lions flanking Roswin. You see Odella at the door, and there are 4 others in the room. 2 are facing Odella, 2 are facing towards Roswin at the top of the stairs.
Okay, sweet. How far are the other 4 from this asshole?
They are about 15 feet.
Okay, sweet. All right, I'm gonna run down and immediately see Roswin like that and be like, "You son of a bitch!" and run over here, and I'm gonna run towards this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm moving towards him, but first off, I'm gonna cast Fear on the room as I roar a battle cry. So I need the 4 in the back to go ahead and make me a... Let's see. I might only be able to get 3. Let's see. Ba, 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 ba. Pulling up Fear. Processing. Nope.
Please stand by.
Everybody. So I'm gonna try.
It's of
It's
your
a
choice.
cone.
Okay.
Yeah, 30-foot cone. So I'm gonna hit all of them as I'm running in here. I need them to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Okay, let me just check one thing. Okay. Wisdom saving throw, you said, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And the DC was what?
16.
Okay. Boyd doesn't even seem like he's even worried about it. Like,
Whatever.
it doesn't even affect him at all.
That's fine.
The other ones... Yeah. So 2 of them fail, and 2 of them succeed.
Okay, so the 2 that fail must drop everything they're holding and
Which
use
is
the
nothing.
dash action on their turn to run away from me as fast as possible, as
Okay.
far as they can go. Once they can't see me, then they get to make their save.
Okay.
So 2 of them bounced. That's fine. But I'm gonna action surge to pop and go ahead and smack this guy with my damn sword
Okay.
because I hate him and he's
That's
the
fair.
worst. And making myself in front of Roswin, like clearly. And Leo will yell too, like, "You come in here and you hurt. How dare you? You will die, motherfucker!" And is gonna go to town. All right, that is gonna be a 26 for my first hit.
That hits.
Okay, perfect. And then, all right, so we're doing 9 slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then 5 force damage. Do I get an extra? Yeah, I do get my additional attack, right?
You do, and then
Yeah,
1
okay.
from the hasted action too.
Yeah, wonderful. Okay, a 22.
That hits.
Okay, that'll be 8 slashing, and then 6 force. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20.
That will hit, of course.
Love it.
So double all them dice.
Okay, 8 plus 6, 14, plus 5, 19, plus 4, so 23 total.
Okay, 23 damage.
And Leo is mad.
He seems to revel in the pain you're causing him. He seems to enjoy it. He loves it. He just smiles and smirks and almost shudders with ecstasy as you cut into him with this blade.
So
Is that-
gross.
is that
You're
a thing?
muted, Odella, but Is that it for me? I look at him disgusted and so angry that Roz is upset, and I'm clearly ready to take guard. I want to be the most intimidating thing in this room.
Okay. So that was it for you, correct?
Oh, wait. Do
still
I
have
get a bonus action in
Yeah,
there?
you
I'm
still
gonna
have a
throw
bonus action.
something to Roz to help her defend herself if need be.
All right. So is it a bardic inspiration? Or... All right, Rosman, you have a bardic inspiration.
Woo!
Which you can use to boost your AC
Yes, you can.
Oh, nice. Okay.
as a Valor Bard.
Yes. All right. So that was it for
The D8.
Leo. Then it is the other priest's turn. So 2 of them run away, as they have to. The other 2 do not, because they didn't. And they will both move to Odella, who's in the door. So Odella, they're gonna punch out at you with some attacks. What's this guy? Okay, actually one of them's gonna punch out at you.
Okay.
That's a natural 1. Oh boy, these are not good rolls. That is a 11. That's a 14. That one is a 23.
Nope, I can't even shield that one.
So that one hits.
Yeah, that would hit.
Okay. Then you will take, oh god, 7 points of bludgeoning damage. But you watch as he strikes 7 as he strikes out at you 4 times and just completely whiffs on 3 of them. The other one looks to you all and says, "The hour of reaping is nigh, and I need you all to make me wisdom saving throws, please."
Oh, I'm good at those.
All of us?
Yes.
Oh, I hate these guys so much.
Fine.
I'm gonna use a luck reroll.
Mm-hmm.
What is
God
that?
damn it!
16.
16.
Yeah, that's a 4.
Roz?
25.
25. All right, so Roswin is good. Odella, it would be 8, 12. So yeah, you'd be good with a 16.
Good. Okay.
Leo, you fail, and you are terrified of him. You feel as though your soul has been touched by the shadow of death, and you are frightened of him until the end of your next turn.
I just threw my phone on the ground. I was so upset. Leo's never been terrified in his whole life. Oh man, I'm so angry. Okay.
All right, it goes back to the top of the round. It's Boyd's turn. And
God, Leo's first.
he looks to you, Roswin, and he says, I feel like I've done enough. And he turns, and as if moving upon the wind, moves towards Odella, not provoking any attacks of opportunity.
Fuck this guy.
And then he says, let's see how you fare. Your friend is barely alive. Let's see how you handle this. And he punches out with his fist, his palm, and hits you in the chest. Odella, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, God. Come here, cat. Comfort me.
I'm going to use one of my fate die.
Yeah, there you go. Reroll that.
There you go.
So that's 13 plus 7 is 20.
DC is... What did I say? DC is 19, so you take half damage. So, you will take... Oh, math. Math is so hard.
Oh my God, you have no idea right now. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I feel good about this, guys. Feel good about it.
I do not.
You will take 45 points of necrotic damage.
Oh,
Halved
yeah.
because you're an Azimar.
Ah!
Yeah.
Suck it.
So we'll call
do you
that-
go higher or low?
We've been going high this whole thing, so we'll go
Okay,
high.
so 23.
Yeah.
That's so much.
Okay.
And then he just stands there at the ready. It is your turn.
It's my turn?
Yeah.
He's standing right next to me?
Right in front of you, and flanked by his one ally.
Hold on. I gotta read this again.
Screw this guy. Is terrified a condition in the PHP?
Frightened, but yeah.
Ugh.
Disadvantage on attack rolls. Can't willingly move towards your target, or the target of your fear.
Is... Oh, no, it's a dex saving throw. Okay, so... I'm assuming I still have scrolls on me.
Sure, we'll say. Well, I guess. I don't know. You
I'm
tell
gonna
me.
pull out the scroll of chain lightning, and I'm
Okay.
going to attempt to read it.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, well, let me tell you before you go and do that. I'll tell you real quick. So, Chain Lightning is a 6th level spell?
Yeah.
And you only have access to 4th level spells.
Correct.
So, you would just know flat out that that would not work.
I thought you can still attempt it, but you have to, like, roll.
That is not a thing. I'm like 90% sure. But we'll find out. That's fine. Let's do a quick little check.
Pretty sure you can.
I don't think you can. But we'll see. I've been known to be wrong before.
Something you'll learn, Laura, being on our Discord, Ted is the voice of rules. When people ask questions in our D&D chat for Venture Maidens, he's always like, no, actually, that's not true. And then we're like,
If the
oh.
spell's on your class's spell list, but of a higher level than you can normally cast, then you may make an ability check using your spellcasting ability to determine whether you cast it successfully.
From
Lawyered.
From
Boom.
which, where was it? Just out of curiosity.
I
The
don't know. I don't
PHP,
have
I
the
think.
book next to me, but this is from the D&D.
Oh no, the DMG on scrolls.
I've seen that before too.
Yeah,
honest with
that's. Hang on.
Yeah, no, from hanging out with Ted, whenever I get into other games, I'm always like, oh my god, I don't want to be that guy, but also lawyer.
I don't want a lawyer, but it
No,
changes my whole thing, so.
No, that's fine. We'll say you can attempt it till I figure out exactly where it is, but go for it.
Okay, so what do I have to do? Spellcasting ability. So, charisma?
Yes.
So I just roll plus charisma?
Uh-huh.
Okay,
What's the DC? What are you trying to beat?
16.
Okay.
For 6th level spell.
21!
Okay. So what's the DC
Boss?
now?
What was it?
What was the DC? For the spell?
For him to beat?
Yeah, it's full for them to beat. Because it hits a couple.
Right, I don't know, because it's from a scroll.
We'll just
use
say,
my-
we'll say it's your DC.
Okay, it is 17.
And that can hit 4 targets?
3 other, yeah, so it hits the main target and then hits 3 other targets.
Okay, so you zap out with Chain Lightning. Dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
They all dodge out of the way and take no damage due to their evasion.
I hate monks so much, Ted.
Damn it!
How dare you?
Fine.
So,
Fine. Okay, well, that was just one thing.
that was just your action, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I need you to make me a concentration check. For the 25 damage
yeah.
you took. So it's a DC 12.
Do I add Constitution?
Yeah, Constitution saving throw.
I got 21.
Alright, so you pass. Haste is still up.
Okay, and then hold on, let me just take the scroll off real quick.
Mhm.
I still used it. Don't wanna. Okay, and then bonus action. I will. wish I could heal you, but I can't because I'm not next to you. Let's see. I can't do that because then Leo will be mad at me.
It's okay. Do what you gotta do.
Nope, it's not really a good thing anyway.
Okay.
Because you also lose a turn, and that's not good for me at all. I will quicken Scorching Ray and blast him, even though I'm going to get disadvantage on it.
Okay. So go ahead and make your attacks.
Ooh, that's good. So even at disadvantage, I got 25.
That hits.
And that one is a 20.
That hits. You're shooting the main guy, right?
Yeah. And then 19.
The 19 misses.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll your damage.
So that is... Oop, nope, that's the wrong spell. That is 46. Yes! That's 3 times 6 is 18, plus 1 is 19 points of damage.
19 points. Alrighty. So
At least I did something!
You blast him with this fire, and again, he seems to just love it.
He likes it.
He loves it. He's like, yes.
They were so creepy, guys.
That was your turn. Rosalind.
Okay, I really want to heal myself, but I'm not going to because I'm Rosalind.
That's fair.
No, heal yourself.
Heal
I
yourself.
can't touch you.
Nope, Rosalind never heals herself.
Oh.
So I'm going. How many people can I cast without hurting my allies with Ice Storm?
It's really gonna only be 2 just because of the location people are in. Because like Odella, what's the radius on that?
It's a 20-foot radius.
Well, don't forget the 2 who are terrified. Running.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can get those 2.
I don't want to get those 2. They're running away.
Or the 2 that are kind of on Odella, you could get those 2, and that would be about it without getting other people.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that, and I'll just free action be like, leave her alone. You've done enough to her. And so I'll try to hit one with the 2d8 bludgeoning damage.
I think it just goes to both.
I think it's one person that it's centered on. Let's see.
I'm pretty sure it's
rock hard ice pounds a ground in 20-foot radius, 40-foot ice cylinder centered within range. Each creature in the cylinder makes a dex save. A creature takes bludgeoning damage. 46 cold. Oh no, it's all of them. Okay,
yep.
So 2d8 and 46.
Correct, and they're gonna make a dexterity save.
Yeah. Well, that's good. 6, 13 plus 6 plus 6 is, oh my god, 14 plus 12 is 36. 26? 26?
All right.
And then 30 and 33 total. And then there's the difficult terrain for them.
33, you said total?
36.
36? Okay. So the other one guy fails, but he's only going to take half damage because of evasion, and Boyd takes no damage because he succeeds.
Ted, the guy
Yes.
who cast fear on me, was that Boyd or somebody else?
No, somebody else.
Are they making their
They don't have
concentration?
they don't have to.
Fine.
Because the hour of reaping is nigh.
off.
All right. Rosamund, was that it for you? That was just your action. You still have your bonus action.
Bonus action, I'm going to send 4d6 heals over to Odella.
Okay.
All right. 5, 8, 5, 13, plus 4. So 17 points of healing, and I drop it.
And 4 temporary hit points.
And 4 temporary hit points.
Cool.
It was Rosamund's turn. Leo.
Okay, so Leo can't move toward. So did Boyd cast it? Unclear.
No, it was
or
not
one of the
Boyd.
other
It
guys.
was one of the other guys.
Okay, all right. So I can't move towards that guy, which is fine.
Next to Boyd.
Which is fine.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna scream like a little girl, and it's ridiculous, and I hate it. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Force on, I guess, the guy who made me afraid.
Okay.
So he has to make an intelligence saving throw for me.
That will be a fail.
I figured. So this guy is going to be coiled up in a rope in his mind that restricts both his hands and feet. So he's absolutely hogtied in this rope.
Okay.
Oh, Phantasmal Force. It's such a
Yep.
good spell if you're smart enough.
Exactly. So he believes he is completely restricted by that. I don't know. How does fear work? Do I get a save on the end of my turn?
This was just till the end of your turn, then this one ended automatically.
Okay, sweet.
So
okay,
you, at the end of your turn, you are no longer afeared.
great. Okay,
Okay.
but so that would be my turn there. So I still can't willingly move towards him. So
That was
I'm
your
gonna-
action. You still have your hasted action. Also,
No.
your fear effect on the other guys drops when you cast Phantasmal Force.
That's fine. I figure I'm afraid, so I want to restrict this guy.
Fair.
So he is done. He's hogtied, and I have a bonus action. Okay, I'm gonna shout my victory over my fear and stand my ground, and then throw a bardic inspiration over to Odella.
Would you like to do anything with your hasted action?
So that would be my bonus. I get
No,
another
you get a
standard?
whole other standard action. You can't cast a spell though, so it's a
Right.
dash, dodge, hide.
Right, but I can't move towards this guy either, right?
Correct.
Can I take a guard action?
Yeah, the dodge
around
action.
Roz?
You could take the help action, so she'd have advantage on her next ability check or attack roll, or you could take the dodge action and have disadvantage on attacks coming against you.
No, I'd rather take the help for Roz if I have
so
an
you
action.
take the help action for Roswin. Okay.
Leo feels so useless, and then it's done, right?
Then the fear is gone.
God, I hate the fear.
That's fair.
Ruins everything.
All right, then it's the other 4 guys' turn. Because the other 2 guys are not afraid anymore, so they're gonna come running back to you, Leo.
One is hogtied.
Well, that was the guy he wasn't afraid before. These are the other 2 guys that fear just dropped.
You said 4. There are 3 guys.
There are 3 guys. I guess this guy can he not? He can't make a check to get out of it.
No, he can try to make an investigation check to get out, but he has to spend his whole turn doing so, as per Phantasmal Force rules.
Yep. Nope. I was just checking to make sure it wasn't a charm, which it is not. So the other 2 guys will come towards you, Leo.
Bring it.
That is a... I don't know, it's more than a 19, so that hits.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 1. That is another 19. So that is 3. Okay, so 2 hits. So with this guy, you're gonna take 18 points total from 2 punches from this guy.
Okay.
Then 16 misses, right?
Correct.
Okay, that is an 18 miss, and then a hit. So then you're gonna take 19 points from the second guy just pummeling into you.
Okay.
Those are the two guys who were afraid of you. They were not happy. Then the other guy who's not trapped in the phantasmal force is going to move to you, Roswin.
Okay.
He will go over the difficult terrain, but that's not much of an issue because he still has a butt ton of movement. And he is going to attack out at you.
Okay, he had a wisdom saving.
Oh, right, a wisdom save DC what?
17.
17. Natural 20. So he's gonna make that save. So first strike is a 25.
Yeah, that hits.
Then a natural 1. Then another natural 1. Then a 12. Then a 17.
17 points damage?
No, just a 17 on the roll. That misses.
Oh, that misses. I have a 19.
So you will take 8 points of damage.
I'm down.
Oh. Alright, Roswin goes unconscious. And you watch as Roswin goes unconscious.
As he like steals her soul, because that's what I'm expecting at this point.
He seems to be the what is this? Take a creature to 0 hit points. Yeah. So he seems to be bolstered by knocking Roswin unconscious. It seems to grant him some kind of strength. Yeah. So he will get that back. Cool. That's all their turns. So it's back to Boyd, and he's there on you, Odella, and he's going to look back and see as Roswin falls, and he'll say, "Oh, hopefully you're able to help your friend, but I think not." And he's going to lash out at you. Fucking natural 1. You guys are lucky. Orange die is shit in the bed tonight.
Good.
Yeah.
That's a 21.
If I have a 21, does that do anything?
He still hits.
Okay, then. No,
Right,
can't
so
shield it.
21. Another natural 1. Damn. And then another 21. So that's 2 hits. So he's gonna punch you twice. No, only once. I lied. Just once. And he's gonna deal 13 points of bludgeoning damage to you. Then it is your turn.
Oh no. Okay.
Rosalind's unconscious. You missed that, Celeste.
Oh, God damn it.
What? Odella's just gonna look at Rosalind and be like, "What are you even doing here?" And she'll disengage and run past them towards Rosalind.
Yep, that's your action to get there, but then you can quicken if you need to.
And then I will. It doesn't matter either way. Yeah, I'll quicken cure wounds on her.
Okay.
2nd level.
Okay. Oh, Roswin, did you have a fairy from earlier at some point?
Oh my god, yeah, I did. I didn't even think about that.
Okay. So, we'll get to that.
Whatever.
We'll get to that right after this. It was delayed.
I'll still heal you.
Thanks, girl.
Then we'll just save it. How about that?
Okay, that sounds good, because I'm like,
Okay.
I don't want to use it if I'm being healed.
Actually, wait. Can I bonus action heal?
Yeah. It's a spell, so it's taking an action spell to a bonus action.
I know, but like I have 2 other
Oh.
healing things. I don't
Yeah.
remember if they're yeah, it's bonus action. Okay, then never mind. I'll healing lighter.
Okay.
That's from my warlock.
That's what you got 3d6, I think.
46.
Oh, it's 1 plus. Okay.
Wow, all threes. So 4 times 3 is 12 points.
12 points, Rosalind. You're back up.
Wow.
Is that it, Odella?
And I will. Yeah, I'll ask him what he wants, and tell him to leave. Basically.
All right. Well, that happens.
Yeah.
And then Roswin, it goes to your turn. As you're getting up from the ground, he says, "You should know, silly girl. No one ever leaves."
So gross. They're so gross.
Oh, I hate them so much.
He just he licks his lip from the blood, and he just seems so excited about it. And he says, "We must teach those non-believers what it is to truly serve the crying god." And then Roswin, it's your turn.
Great. So I'm gonna be like, yeah, but have you met Selune? And I'm gonna cast Moonbeam.
Okay, do it.
Yes.
Yeah,
At
nice comeback.
At what level?
Yes.
I'm
All
going
of
to
him.
cast it at 5th level.
Yeah, all right.
Yes.
On who?
On him, because he's a fucking bag of dicks.
Yep.
That's fair.
Absolutely.
So that's 2, 3, 4, 5.
You need to get them outside so I don't feel weird about fireballing them.
Okay, we've got so much money, dude. Like
We can do it. It's fine.
It's also a business.
So he will pass, but he'll take half damage.
Okay, so
Because this is a Constitution saving throw.
14, 20, 21. Plus 8 is 28. Plus 6 is 34. Plus 7 is 41. Plus 3 is 42. Right?
Sure.
Sure.
Yep.
42 points.
So he'll take
Yeah.
21 points then.
Yeah. And can I, the Fey heals, can I heal myself?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to take a greater healing potion.
That's
'cause I
fine.
have that I
You
made.
do that, and he is currently wreathed in the moonbeam and outlined in silvery light.
Free action. I'm going to be like, fuck him up.
Okay. Leah,
Hell yeah.
it's your turn. There is a guy.
Oh, hell yeah.
There is a guy that's right up that is in Rosalind's grill, which you
And you
missed
have
because
advantage.
which you missed because you were out. So you have to go past this guy to get to Boyd. But the guy that knocked Rosalind unconscious, it seemed to bolster him strength-wise. Like he seemed to heal from knocking Rosalind unconscious. This is-
Okay.
Yes.
So there is a guy squared off with Resin, right?
He's
now?
in front of her, but yeah, past him is actually no two. You got two guys on you right now. That moved up to you to fight you. Last turn, I forgot about them. One guy's trapped in your rope. One guy's fighting Roswin. Two guys are on you, and then Boyd's by the door. in the
Okay.
moonbeam.
Well, hey guys, vote. Do you think I should run past to fight this asshole or the main asshole, or should I just kill the guys in front of me? What do you think? Team vote.
I feel like try killing the guys in front of you.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna go to town on guy number 1 in front of me, and let's go ahead and do that. Okay.
I feel like if we can smallen the field of people a little bit.
Yeah, that'd be good. A 19 to hit.
That hits.
Merc number 1. All right, wonderful. And I'm going to need him to make a. Do you think strength or wisdom? They're probably really good at. So let's go ahead and do a strength saving throw.
He fails.
Okay, so he is tripped, so he is knocked prone.
How much damage?
Oh, let's see. Okay, that was that. 7 plus 6, 13, 16 plus 4, so 20. Plus
Okay.
I'm sorry, 25 total.
Great.
Okay, on that one. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use my second one on the other clown.
Okay.
Alright, that'll be an 18.
That'll hit.
Okay. And then that'll be 8 plus 3, so 11
Okay.
on that guy.
Yep. And you have another attack from the haste.
I do. I'm gonna hit the guy while he's down, so I get advantage on that.
Yep.
Natural 20, baby.
Yeah. All right. Let's get it.
Oh
You also
yes,
forgot about
die,
the lions on your turn, Odella.
bish.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the lions.
Okay.
They're just hanging out.
All right, so that'll be 14 plus 6, so 20 plus
Ted threw me off when he rolled for them.
20 plus 12 force damage, so
32.
32 damage on the felled one.
Got it.
I rolled max.
Wow.
Nice. I love it.
You
Good
slash
job.
in. He doesn't look great, but he's still standing.
No, he's not. He's prone.
He's still laying.
There you go.
All right. That it for Leo?
Oh, I get a bonus. I'm gonna go ahead and do a second win and get some HP back.
All right. So while you do that, it's their turn. He stands up. He's gonna punch,
No.
he's gonna punch you.
You can try.
Natural 20.
Oh, he did.
There's
Then-
orange die.
Then a 2. And then a 2. And then a miss. So he only hit you one time.
Okay.
So you're gonna take 9 points of damage. Then the
Whatever.
Then the other guy is gonna go for you. That is a 21. Then a miss. Then a 22. And then a natural 20. So 1, 2, 3.
I feel like Ted is trying to knock us out for a story thing.
Nope, not at all. If you die or get knocked out, that's just more fun. But this is not part of the plan. 8.
These guys are super. Probably the toughest people that
These
we
are actually like really OP.
Harder than a dragon, man.
I know.
28 points of damage from this
Alright.
gentleman. Then
Fine.
Roswin, the guy that you were fighting before, is gonna get a 19. Or no. 18. Misses, then a natural 20. Then a natural 1. And then a miss. So just one hit. So you will take 12 points of damage. You're still up?
Yep, I'm up.
Okay, and then Boyd's gonna go for Odella.
God.
He takes damage from.
He does. Oh no, I'm sorry. Oh, you know what? I'm just skipping turns, but it's right. It's his turn anyway. So he takes damage.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw. He's gonna get a 14, a 16.
That fails.
All right, great, full damage.
Nice.
So.
Click, click,
Gotta
click,
help
click,
me
click,
out.
click, click,
16
click,
plus
click, click.
7.
23.
Okay. And then 4 is 27 and 5, 32,
32.
right?
I guess I wasn't doing the math, so I'll take your word for it.
32.
Cool. Okay. He loves it. He's
You're
like,
gross.
"Mm."
No. Stop.
And then he's gonna
No.
punch out at Odella. That's a miss.
Oh, so is he coming close to us? Closer?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I didn't know if you moved. Oh, you did move. Yeah.
I did move. I had to touch.
Is
Rosalind
everyone who
to-
follows Ilmater a fucking monk? Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That is one of his most, like, his followers are mostly monks.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's all suffering, no armor, none of that stuff.
Yeah.
The whole Order of the Yellow Rose is an Ilmater-based set of monks. So that's going to be a 1 strike that'll hit, because I'm rolling like hot fat crap, is 25. Right? That hits Odella, I assume?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. 25?
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
You'll take 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then it is your turn, Odella.
My turn?
Yeah.
I'm surrounded by these fuckers, and they're not leaving?
No.
They don't seem to want to leave at all?
No. And then he'll say, and he'll look to Leo, and he'll look to Roswin, and he says, I have a feeling your friends would make good additions to our program as well. They seem to enjoy suffering almost as much as I do. Look at them flounder before us.
Well,
You are not attractive enough to say that to me.
before I forget, can the lions go attack the ones around Leo?
Sure.
Ooh, the down
go
one,
ahead
the
and-
one on the ground, please.
Yeah, go for the one on the ground. They'll get the... No, he stood up, because it was his turn after.
Yeah, they still get advantage though, because
They're next to people, yep.
oh shit, I forgot to... The lions. I had them pulled up and then I did not anymore.
I had to make sure we dealt with Odella's backstory at some point.
I don't like dealing with Odella's backstory.
Yeah, it's
didn't
fun,
like
guys, right?
Bed
Fun.
cuddling for a whole episode?
This is the closest to death I've ever been this entire campaign.
I had to put the fear in you guys somehow. Fighting
Uh,
dragons are like, psh, whatever.
Yeah,
17.
well,
17 to hit these guys. No, that misses.
I know. Is it just Boyd up by Odella, or is it
Then
other
21.
people?
Odella's
21
standing
does hit.
next to Roswin.
Yeah.
He's standing next to Roswin now?
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
would have meant that everybody took moonbeam damage.
Well, he wasn't there originally. He was back, and then he moved
Oh, okay. Okay, so
to
next
get to you. Yeah.
I can move it.
10 points of piercing damage.
Okay, he's gonna make a strength to not knock prone.
Yep.
Well, that was a pounce. Never mind. He didn't pounce.
Yeah.
Okay, 10 points. Got it. Okay. That was it for. Oh no, that was just the lions. What's the rest of your turn?
I just kept forgetting to use the lions, and
Yeah.
they might as well get their minor hit points in. Okay. I am going to wait. They're all standing next to me, aren't they? God damn it! They're so close. Why does everyone have to be so close to me?
Mostly because they're unarmed fighters.
It's awful.
That's a pretty good reason, I'm not going to lie to you.
don't forget, you both have a D8 of Bardic Inspiration to add to literally whatever.
Well, it's hard
That's
because,
true.
Ted, you got to tell me what you're rolling, because I can always add it.
I mean, I have been.
Well, sometimes you're just like, okay, and that hits, and that doesn't.
That's fair. You should remind me on your turn when I
I
say
know,
it.
but I'm drunk.
Yeah. Natural disadvantage.
Fuck.
No, this scene is not in the module. This scene is all Ted.
I know it's terrible.
Getting to play one of my favorite monk subclasses that no one ever plays.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
Oh, no, that's an action.
you still have your action.
I know. Try to make plans, but they aren't working out. Action. I am going to. Fuck it. I'm going to Wand of Magic Missiles this dude.
That's fair.
6 charges.
All right,
Get him.
go for it. He can't dodge that.
I gotta figure out how many I actually roll.
6 is 9 missiles, I
9?
think.
Okay.
No, I'm sorry, 8 missiles. Right, 1 for the first one, and then 5 others. So 8d4 plus 8.
8d4, okay. That sucks. That's better. Plus 8 is 24 points of damage.
Okay, 24 points.
And then as a bonus action,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to bring out the wings.
Okay.
And I'm going to get real angry. And I'm just going to be like, leave my house now. And then prepare to fuck things up later. But I've just used all of my actions, so...
When he says, your true nature finally arises. Good. You've learned to control it. We'll have so much more fun now. Roswin, it's your turn.
He's so
I moved my
creepy,
phone
Ted.
right over top of us so that it affects everybody.
Okay, so everybody's got to make con saves then, yeah?
Con saves DC 17.
Okay. Let's start with the little guys. Let's pass, miss.
Wait, I have to make a con save?
No,
No,
her
not
friends don't.
Oh, okay. That's good because I rolled a 1. So good.
Okay. So he passes and another one of the peons pass, but everybody else fails. The peons are doing pretty good health-wise.
Okay. So that's going to be...
Except that one guy that's almost dead.
Correct.
35 points total, halved for the people who passed.
Okay, so one of the guys gets incinerated in the moonbeam. 30, what'd you say, 35?
Sure.
Cool.
Yes.
I'm just going to start making up numbers that favor me.
No. And then I'm going to bonus action heal Leo.
What? Sorry.
The bonus action heal Leo for 5d6.
Okay.
I love you. You're amazing.
6 plus 1 is 12. Wait, no, 13 plus 4. So 15 points healed.
Oh, thank you. That's awesome. Back in the game.
I'm gonna be like, eat shit, later.
Love it.
And that's
Okay.
my turn.
Leo.
Okay, sweet. So the guy who is incinerated, does that happen to be the one I was fighting?
Sure. Yes.
And you have advantage on everyone at this point.
Correct.
Great. Okay. So who is the most damaged one? I want to take out one of the cronies who looks the most damaged.
No, the guy that's next to you looks to be the
Okay.
most damage.
Perfect. I love it. All right. Then I'm going to go to town on this clown.
Okay, let's see it.
All right. That's a 24.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 7 plus 6 is 13 plus 6. I love it. 19.
That
For my
is
first
the
one?
number. You bring that guy down.
All right, sweet. And then I'm gonna dart over to next goon, squaring off in the big thing. All right, I love it. 15 plus 10, so 25.
That hits.
Roll. Hit, yeah. And here we go. Boom, boom. Oh, I love these rolls. 8 plus 6 is gonna be 14. Plus 6? Are you kidding me? It's amazing. That'll be 20.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna go again with my haste.
Sure.
Boom. All right, so that'll be 20, not natural.
That hits.
Okay, 6 plus 6 is 12 plus 2, so that'll be 14.
That takes that guy down as well.
All right, and then for my, did anybody use Bardic yet? Got nothing?
They still have him, yeah.
Okay, sweet. So I don't believe I have anything left for my bonus. So, oh no, I'll go ahead and chug a
Are there other things I can use my bardic inspiration for? Like what?
for
Attack
your
rolls, damage
AC,
rolls.
attack rolls,
I
damage
can use
rolls.
it for my AC.
Yeah, because I'm a Valor Bard, you can
Yeah.
use it to add to your AC.
This is good knowledge to have.
Fun
Yeah.
fact, Phoenix could do this too.
Well, yeah, I kind of remember that, but I forgot all
You know
everything.
what?
that I did.
She hid behind a bush and laid prone, so
That's fair.
we love
I'm gonna
Leo.
use a normal healing potion, I guess,
Okay.
for my bonus. So, and that will be what I.
Alright, then it is the remaining But you take out 3. Yeah, the remaining 1 guy left.
Yes.
Okay, he takes damage from Moonbeam.
He does.
Yeah.
He fails. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Not today, Ted. Not
That's
at the
3
Primping
dead
Pie.
so far if you're tracking internet.
15, 16, 17. Okay, so that is 23 points of damage total. If he doesn't pass, half if he does.
Okay, he does not, but he's still up. So then he looks to. Let's see. He looks to Odella, and he's going to move up. And he's going to use his DM advantage
No.
to turn that into a 24.
To hit me?
Yes.
Oh, can I use my bardic inspiration?
Sure.
Yes.
So it's a D8, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I add 7.
But that's what it is, yeah.
So that's 23. What is it?
24.
Can I
No.
shield too?
You used your reaction to add the bardic inspiration.
Oh no.
So
Never
he's
mind.
gonna hit.
Well, I tried.
So you're gonna take, because I've been forgetting, 11 points of damage. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw for your concentration.
That's a natural 1.
So that is gonna fail because it's a DC
wait.
10.
Well, natural 1 is not a natural. It's an 8. Plus, if it fails, then I can use my favored by the gods,
You
right?
can, yeah. So it's an 8, and yeah,
Plus 3 is 11.
that passes. Second strike is another 24. So that is going to be 6 points of damage. I need you to make him another Constitution saving throw. Oh wait, what's the lowest? Oh, DC's 10 on this Constitution saving throw.
That's another natural 1.
So that's a fail.
Oh god.
Yep.
All right, so haste drops. Leo, you will not have this turn.
My whole turn?
Your whole next turn, you won't have it as you're lethargic, as your body is adjusting to the haste.
Oh boy. Okay.
He's gonna just punch you again once because he can. And he's gonna miss. He did his job.
Wait, which guy?
This was the guy that you had already dealt moonbeam damage to.
Okay, as long as I already.
Really, I got you. Don't worry.
Okay, well,
Now it's Boyd's turn.
Sure.
Now it's Boyd's turn, and he needs to take damage.
Okay.
He's gonna pass, but
6 plus 8 plus 4 is 12 plus 7, so 19 points halved.
okay. Boyd doesn't look the best, but he also loves it, so it's hard to tell.
Gross.
So he's going to begin to lash out. He's going to punch once at you, Rosman. And he's going to get a 21. Okay. You're going to take 6 points of damage.
Okay.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for your moonbeam.
What's the DC?
10.
Oh, yeah. I make it. I got a 12.
Okay.
Rolled.
Next strike is going to be a 31.
At me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then it's
Okay.
going to be 13
I'm down.
points. Rosalind goes unconscious. The moonbeam dissipates.
Does she get her fairy this time?
Her fairy goes off,
My fairy.
and she still loses concentration on the moonbeam, but she is conscious with 1 hit point. And then he's going to move over to Odella for his final strike. And he's going to roll a natural 20.
God damn it.
Odella, you are going to take 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Only 14?
Yeah, he rolled pretty low. I mean, I could make it more if you want.
No, I was
we're
just
good.
surprised. You did
I
like
don't know.
75 to like.
I mean, I
Yeah.
rolled a 7 and a 2. He's just punching, right? He's not like he. We'll talk about it after. So
Okay.
it is your turn.
It's my turn.
Yes.
I fucking spirit guardians at
Hell yeah.
4th level. Can I go higher level? Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
can go 4th level, so it goes up by a D8.
Since I already lost my concentration.
So he's
anyway.
gonna pass his wisdom saving throw, but you can go ahead and roll the 48. We'll see what it does.
12 plus 10 is 22 plus my level.
Oh shit. 10 is 32.
Yeah, 32.
So 32 and a half is 16. He does not look good. He looks like he's hurting real bad. But he's just smiling.
I'll just repeat, get out of my house.
Anything else? That was your action.
Bonus action. I don't think I have a bonus action that I can I take a potion?
Yeah.
Is that a bonus action?
Mhm.
I'll take my greater healing potion.
Okay, you do. Rosalind, go ahead and make me a death saving throw, please.
No, I'm back at 1.
Oh, you're back at 1. Never mind. So it's your turn.
I was like, no,
I
that's
forgot.
not-
That was my bad.
I stand up from being prone.
Yes.
Being knocked out for a second. And then I say, leave my family alone, and I cast Moonbeam again at 5th level.
Okay. The 2nd, 5th level slot already?
Yeah.
Damn. 10. Yeah,
Yeah,
you should.
Okay, so back to math.
Mhm.
17 plus 7 is 24, plus 3 is 27, plus 6 is 33 total.
So you watch as the beam comes down, and similar to the other one, he starts to get incinerated, and then like he starts to fall backwards, and you watch him just, and black energy surrounds him, and he says, "Killing me will not be so easy." And he comes back up as though he was going to die, but death is some semblance under his
Rosalind
control.
will never get a kill.
Uh,
and
He's breathing heavy, but he's still standing there ready to go.
Oh. Oh. Ah.
all right. I guess bonus action. I'll take another greater healing.
Okay. And then it is Leo's turn.
So my turn is gone.
Yep. So you don't get a turn.
I don't get anything on my turn. I don't get a
Nope.
standard action on my turn.
You lose your whole turn
Oh boy.
to lethargy.
that's the bummer about haste. Sorry.
That's okay.
Then it is the one remaining guy who didn't die.
Moonbeam
Is
damage.
he and my son spirit guardians too?
Oh, he is. Yeah, he's dead. Don't even bother.
Okay.
There's no way he's gonna survive that. Okay. So he's dead.
I was like, Valandris has skewered him by now.
Yes, that's fine. So then it goes back to Boyd. Go ahead and roll your damages. For Spirit Guardians too.
Oh.
29 total.
Okay.
22.
All right. Similar fashion, he starts to go down, and he comes back up, and he's like the stuff's burning off of him. His clothes are destroyed. He's red. His white robes are now red, and like as he's standing there, blood is dripping off all of his appendages, and he's sort of in almost a drunken master style situation where he's kind of rocking, but it's not on purpose. This guy can barely stand up, but he's moving forward with the last little bit of his energy. And he looks at you, Odella, as he gets real close, and he kind of, as he's talking, blood is like spurting from his mouth because there's just so much, and it's hitting you in the face. And he just says, It doesn't end here. There will be others. And then he's gonna try to knock you out. He's gonna try. That's 24.
Yeah, that hits.
That is 12 points of damage. Need you to make a Spirit Guardian's concentration check.
You said 12, right?
Yes. So DC 10.
I got 12.
Okay, you're good. Then this one is a 20 to hit.
I will shield.
Okay, shield. And then
Oh man, one of these guys was tied up in phantasmal rope the whole time, and you forgot, and everybody forgot.
That's fine. He didn't. I don't think he actually did anything.
Okay,
That particular guy. I think he just died.
I just killed him while he was
Yeah.
done.
Yeah. And then the last one misses, and then it's your turn.
It's my turn?
Yes.
Okay. Well, since he keeps staggering around, and he's like right in my face spitting blood on me, which is gross.
You can see he's smiling as his teeth are all coated in blood.
Let's see. It's a good one.
I remind you, he's like an old man too, so it's like
Yeah, I know.
Ugh.
Grandpa?
Extra creepy.
Some little girl wanders in.
I'm not gonna wreck you guys that hard today. Grandpa,
thanks.
what's going on?
Oh god.
Okay. I am going to, since he's like right in my face,
Yeah.
I'm going to say, then they will die too, and I'll touch him on the shoulder and I'll shocking grasp him, and hopefully that kills him, because that would be
Nice.
Let's
weird.
make me an attack roll, please.
Do it, do it, do it.
20.
That hits.
Yes.
20 is his AC.
9 points damage.
How would you like to kill Boyd?
Yes.
Basically, I just want to touch him
Mm-hmm.
and like just fry him from like the inside out, as
And
like
he just like
Spirit Guardian is still up.
with a smile on his face, you fry him from the inside out, and he dies smiling on the floor of the Primping Pie. And that's the end of that combat.
And I'll
Oh my-
spit on his corpse.
Yeah.
Very
Please do.
unladylike. And then just kind of slink to the floor.
Yeah. Leo's like, looking around like, are you okay? Is everybody okay?
So just like kind of like she collapses too, and she's like, I'm fine. Everyone here, hold on. And she casts Healing Spirit in the middle of the room for everybody to move through.
And we got sprinkle assistant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roswin, you have another fairy.
Wow, thank God.
Yes.
You got real scared during that battle, Ross.
It was
Yeah.
almost to the point where you're going to start losing butterflies.
I know, dude. Not my butterfly.
Butterflies.
Yeah. I just want to look around real quick. Are any staff members injured or dead on
You
the
don't
floor?
see them.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, my concern also kind of raises at this point, and I assume we be like split up, search, look
Yeah.
for
Let's go
for
Police style. I have my sword. I'm walking
Cosmo
through.
and Margaret and
Yeah.
So
Chef
if everybody
Guy.
wants to take, you can take 10d6 healing from the Healing Spirit.
Oh hell yeah.
ND6.
Well, yeah, if you keep running through it every turn.
I'll assume that she
I'll do that for a minute.
66. Wow, this is the suckiest thing I've ever done. That was 2, 4 plus 6, 10 points.
Oh wow. Okay. I get
Ouch.
I get 32 back.
Okay, those are different numbers, 10 and 32.
Sorry.
So,
But-
as we ran a little long finishing up this combat, we're going to bring this episode to a close. However, I will say with some searching, you can find in an old, basically abandoned temple. That number was, ignore that. You can find where your staff was being held, but they're tied up and bound like in a cart, seemingly to be taken elsewhere.
Okay, at least they're alive. These assholes.
Right. Untie them and apologize.
Yeah, these people are gonna die next episode.
Well, most of them are dead. Well, you killed at least 5 of them, and you killed the ringleader.
All the rest. All the rest! Leo holds his sword to the sky.
Roswin is still just laying there on the ground, never having felt so much pain in her life.
Oh,
And
Roz.
she's like, I'm gonna take a nap. I'm glad everyone's okay.
And then a dragon. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh god!
And the cult's like, sweet. And done.
Check.
Odella will tell Gary that Roswin saved her life many times and that maybe he should be a little bit nicer to her.
Oh.
He thinks about it. You don't know what's going to happen. 'Cause we're going to end the episode.
Gary goes to Roswin and slits her throat.
KO.
And he writes, fooled you in blood.
and goes, hee hee hee, and runs away.
And he just disappears into smoke.
Oh, God.
So, thank you guys for playing tonight. This was a
Jesus.
crazy,
Yeah.
fun time.
Thank you.
Sorry,
for
guys.
killing us.
That's
That
what
I-
it's like to take on a level 19 monk. So,
Christ.
Level
What?
19?
Oh, no.
Holy
That was
shit.
too easy for a level 19 monk.
I mean, he almost killed Roswin in a hit.
Yeah, that was.
That
That's
was
true.
It was 150 damage if she passed or failed that save.
I'm
Ooh.
so oh,
I would have killed anybody,
What are you
including.
19?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was a good old touch of the long death for 20d10 necrotic damage.
That's gross.
Jesus
19 monk. Are you serious? We weren't supposed to fight these guys,
So
right?
easily, I would have died.
You were supposed to fight. I looked at you guys and I was like, they can handle this. There might
I
have
still
been.
have a ton of spells left, actually.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I still was at only half.
I would have.
HP,
My
but-
next plan was to try and get them outside,
Mm,
but they were just so close to me the whole time. I got kind of.
that's why you get
I
Warcaster.
had from the start of the battle when I went down to 8, I think the maximum that I had was 18 hit points the entire battle.
Whoa. Bananas.
So
that was pretty
fun.
bananas.
My ending hit points was 25, so I thought I did pretty good.
I also rolled like garbage.
you
These
did roll
guys
like
all were
garbage.
using 4 attacks, and I
Ted
rolled.
was like 1s or 20s.
Yeah, there was
Yeah.
no in between. Like I rolled more natural ones tonight than I have ever rolled in my entire life.
You got also at least 4 or 5 natural 20s.
But that's normal for me. That's par for the
Yeah.
course.
Oh, that's normal. I'm really
But, yeah.
lucky.
Let this be a reminder of what life is like without my Rod of Resurrection. Because I could have been like, haha, sucker, my next turn.
It's
Yeah.
fine. I was at 84 out of 117. Could have taken him.
To be fair, you were the last one down, so he probably would have come for you if you were the first one down.
Let me say thank you to people for donating because
Yeah.
that fairy in a
you.
bottle was choice. So that I
Yes.
didn't have to wait
Yes.
for someone else to get
Yeah.
it.
They were
Yes.
basically lucky that they survived. If I had rolled like average, that would have been 4 hits for a minimum 24 damage a turn.
Well, luckily, this game is also about luck and skill.
Yeah, so each one would have been doing minimum 24 damage a turn to you, and there were 4 of them. Because they're
Woo!
so. Plus Boyd would have been doing minimum.
I
He also
would-
would have been doing the same, but
Also, like to remind people, I did this fight without any armor on. So,
yeah.
You did?
I
Yeah.
didn't have any armor this entire fight.
That's why you should be stinky and wear a turtle shell all the time.
I also forgot many concentration checks, and the lions were forgotten too. So there's things that would have altered things one way or another.
Fair, I have Warcaster, so advantage on all concentration checks.
Right, but I was talking more about Odella to drop the haste.
Yeah.
I need to get Warcaster because honestly,
It's the best feat in the whole game. You gotta have it.
Druids, like all your shit is concentration.
You gotta do it.
I also could have been more of a jerk and been like, they take patient defense, and now all of your attacks have disadvantage. But I decided to have them just be punchy guys.
I was about to resort to hitting them with my staff, which I never do.
Austin's like,
But I was like, maybe I'll roll a natural 20.
I mean, also, this guy was like a level 19 monk with no magic items. So, like, realistically, you've been around for that long. You've acquired something to make you better at this point in life.
Well, you know, Roswin is going to learn from this experience and not eat quiche in the morning. Because that's what almost killed her, was quiche.
So.
you know what almost killed her was the fact that Gary went downstairs, saw those people there, made breakfast.
You don't know that.
Back upstairs. There was breakfast. And
he could have just conjured breakfast
by yourself.
Him.
You
Gary.
don't. I mean, you'll never know. He can't talk.
No
So.
effect. No offense, maxed out. I'm really happy you donated the trinket. But also murder him.
I love him so much. Also, really sorry that I made this really fairly difficult to fight backstory.
Oh no, we're so here.
It's okay.
So
I'm just
here for this.
laying on the floor, passed out.
Can I ask Ted?
Yeah.
If we hadn't teleported here, would you have made us fight a lot of things on the road?
No. I would have
We
just made you
would've
get
traveled
there.
here?
Yeah.
Damn it! I'm really bummed about the Alyssa situation. I really gotta fix this.
Don't worry.
Shit.
We'll be back. You
So.
know how many roses I can druid craft? Something's gotta go.
Yeah. You know, I could have gone a bunch of different ways. Realistically, they probably should have just attacked you that night when you were sleeping. Right.
But we were in a cuddle puddle. How could
Right.
We were cuddling.
They should have attacked you at night. They should have attacked when you were drunk. They could have waited for you to come find them and then walk right into an ambush.
He had to see that we were a bunch of fuck-ups before he could decide that the time was now.
Yeah, no, he saw that and he was
I
like,
feel like he
yeah.
was like, I can attack whenever.
Yeah, they're a mess.
And we
Yeah,
were like,
take out the
"No,
sober one in the bar and then be like, all right, I'll just take my time with the other two. But,
joke's on you. Sometimes we're sober. Sometimes.
yeah. So, anyway, at least most of, or a large portion, cut the head off the snake, as it were, here of Odella's backstory.
I'm
is
glad
handled.
that I got my mail out, though, at least.
Yes, your mail went out. The letter to Leo's mom went out. And
Hey!
everybody gets a level.
Woo!
A level?
Yes.
What?
Guess who's going to be
Yeah.
able to attune to more things?
What?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Have a level. Because I've been following the book and I forgot to give you a level for something that I honestly didn't think was worth giving you a level. But the book said to do it. So I said, let's make it a little harder.
What do I get? 11th level. Oh, I get a 6th level spell.
Sure,
Oh my
chat.
God.
You can have a level too.
Yeah, check, it's a level.
Oh, chat! Thanks for going through that with us. You do deserve a level.
Level
Yeah.
16?
We
Wait, no,
live-
that's not what it is. Sorry,
live-
the other game I played, I was 15.
Level 11.
11?
Yeah. Do
Well,
I want
11
a
for me.
warlock,
You
or
guys
do I
are
want a
my class.
sorcerer?
I'm back to Bard, babies. More spells.
God, what spell do I want? Oh my god. Druid spells are so good.
Well, I'd rather trade you some because Bard spells are fucking butts at level 4. They're so stupid. Whatever.
What should I take, chat?
It's fine.
Conjure.
Okay.
Find
I
the
mean,
cat. Oh,
Anyway.
I could just have heal. I can't do sunbeam. That's not my thing. I'm all about that moonbeam.
Yeah. No.
I could do transport via plants though. Then we don't need
Me to go back to my exes
transportation. Yeah.
and fuck up all the time.
That. Yep, you said it, not me.
Sorry, shit. God damn it.
Does this work?
And I can do Heroes Feast from now on.
Okay, I'm gonna write a better letter for you, Ted, that I send to Alyssa before next game.
Oh, God.
What? I feel I owe her an apology.
Give her an apology with your dick.
Okay, but women appreciate words also. That's fine. I'll do both,
Speak for yourself.
but letter first.
Does that work? Let's see.
All right, so I'm going to take transport via plant. So once we're done with this, we can just go. No.
Is that 2646? No, that's not working. All right, that chat function is busted.
All these stuff.
So-
Don't really have access to them. That's like the one downside to being able to prepare shit. Is that like you're like, oh shit, I got to know all of my options.
Did I say 2646?
I also can have heal now.
Nope, that didn't work either.
Heal. Transport. Plants. Sunbeam. Which I'll never use.
How do you add a freaking quote on the thing?
I think I have to give you access, but I think I
I can do it. What do you want to add?
Apologize with your dick from Katie. Thank you.
Why are all of my quotes inappropriate?
Add 2 exclamation points, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
I'll give you 3, actually.
Oh, wonderful.
You're welcome.
You're great.
Thank you. God. What?
You
Oh,
forgot
I don't lick my butt.
That one Mir was a cat lady.
Okay, all right. Are we wrapping up?
Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap up.
Okay,
So
all right.
Celeste, why don't you tell us about who you are and stuff?
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning into this. My name is Celeste Conowich. You can usually find me on the Actual Play podcast and stream Venture Maidens. So find me over there at Venture Maidens on Twitter. You can also talk to me personally at C Conowich on Twitter. Come hang out, chat with me. I love it. Thanks for watching.
Oh man. Hashtag venture away indeed.
Hashtag venture away. Bitches.
What about you, Laura?
My name's Laura. You can find me on the internets around and about. I'm fairly not interesting, but sometimes I am.
Super.
But I'm on Twitter at Win in Rome. Just Win in Rome because I'm cool like that. That's it. I'm boring. Also, I'm wearing a sweet ass Venture Maiden.
The cool ass Venture Maiden shirt. Get in there. Go to our website, venturemaidens.com. Check it out. Buy one.
That shit.
Be cool like Laura.
Yeah.
There you go.
It was great because I got really hot because it was very stressful.
Yeah, it was. This is a very stressful game. I'm glad I had a boob window.
Everyone I
to,
talk to says that Venture Maidens are amazing, so I need to just like listen to them.
do it, please.
It's great.
Listen to me.
They have nice catch-up episodes where you can get like a
Catch-up.
recap.
Yeah, my style is a little bit different from Ted's. As in the book, I don't care.
The book, I don't care.
I mean, I do. I pretend. Sage cares more than I do. It's great. It's fine.
Yes, she does.
Yeah, Sage cares a lot. I care about stories and my NPCs too much. It's great.
Okay, Katie, what about you? Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't want to leave you hanging.
Oh, no, it's fine. You can find me online and Twitter at lazy_mermaiden. I post art stuff. I post when we play here. And whenever I play like one-shots and other games and stuff like that, you can find me there. And that's pretty much it for now. But maybe more in the future.
Okay. And I'm Ted. This is Nerd Immersion. This is my channel. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out a way to add lots of currency to the chats, but it's not. All of the previous versions that let me do that have stopped working. So there's a very easy code I used to be able to do to add that, but guess I can't figure it out, so that's fine. So this is my channel. Tomorrow will be my homebrew campaign. You can come watch the second episode with a brand new character who is a like 14-year-old monk character with a pet velociraptor. So if that sounds interesting to you, you should come see what that's like. It's using my adopted from another person but tweaked version of the 5e tattooed monk. So if that sounds interesting to you, you should come check that out as well. Yeah, and this is fun. I almost killed these guys, but then I didn't, and they got all up a level, so that's fun too. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks, gang. Bye.
Bye.